starts up in 3, 2, 1. Alright, let's go.
Good morning.
How recently have you attuned to your...
Good morning.
Lunali, good morning.
Still working. Progress.
This has happened many times?
Alright. Okay, that's going on.
Yes.
What was
They're
happening?
both
I didn't
practicing.
see it.
Oh, Leon appears to have his hands frozen.
Oh,
Oh,
That's
that's
not-
all I saw. I don't mind
that's
him.
not. Well, that's not good.
No, I don't think so. Certainly not when he was crying all about it.
He needs a hand warmer. That would help him.
Yeah, I think so.
Good morning. Where are they now? There's
Ah.
pancakes and eggs and sausage and the cushion.
Pancake. I will have.
Pancakes if you want some.
I have been informed of the existence of pancakes.
And eggs and sausage.
Pancakes.
Grab a plate.
Okay.
Yeah, we also have syrup, strawberries, and chocolate. And quote-unquote doggy chocolate.
Doggy chocolate? What is that?
Yeah, it's chocolate that's safe for
Oh.
animals and stuff, and people who have allergies. That's what I was given. It was called doggy chocolate. So we used it last time I made pancakes. Okay, good enough for the sausage.
Lightning wants to go somewhere. So I told so to let it take me where it wanted to go, and apparently that wasn't full wall. Not a wall, a hill. I'm okay now.
Going into a wall is usually not the fun way.
It wasn't a wall. It was a hillside. I'm okay though.
There's a clear
The
difference.
ground broke my
Minimum-
fall.
What a way to start the day then. Okay.
Actually, wait, have Sevy and
I
Bacon come
have
down
been
here.
granted
I
pancakes.
just saw Sev. I think she's going
Today
to
is a
the
good
wash up.
day.
Normal.
Alright.
Come. What's that?
Morning, Iku.
I'm
I haven't seen anyone else yet, though.
Morning, Evan.
Morning.
Morning, Lunali.
Morning.
Morning, Mal. Morning. Oh god, everyone's
There's-
waking up. Good
there are
morning.
pancakes and
We are
scrambled
the
and
early
eggs and
ones.
sausage in the kitchen.
Perfect.
Yep.
Early
Good
risers
food.
get the best pancakes.
Yeah. Okay, that I can agree on.
I made it.
Good
The
morning.
fluffiest ones.
Purple.
Backing myself with a fruit spoon.
She's just that excited.
Apparently, yes.
Suppose so.
Yep. I'm just really excited because of all the festivals going to be starting soon.
Last year's
Yeah,
was pretty
honestly,
fun. I enjoyed that time of year. It was.
Oh, there she goes again. Oh, just make the table. Okay. Only she didn't fall out of her seat.
I
Could you,
I
can
don't
you
think
like
they're
adjust her
in
and
the
make sure
plate.
she's on the?
Morning, Mira.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, she's gonna have. I'm just gonna make sure you're not
Morning.
face first into your food.
Oh.
There you
There
go.
you go.
That was quick. Huh.
It happens.
Yeah.
She'll be fine.
Feel like.
Might be the fastest one in
Yeah.
the morning so far.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with it. Where did Star go?
She said
Do
she
we
was
know
really
if the
happy
answer is
though.
to wake them up, or or just like. to let them-
We
Morning,
can let them
Camilla.
Any
sleep
interesting
until something important happening.
Dreams, no-
How about you?
Lunali.
She's up right now. Oh, she's up again. Good
There
morning.
she is.
Still talks when she's sleeping.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh,
Yes.
hello.
That's how she takes notes. She falls asleep in class, but she still
I'll
notes
consider-
from the class.
I don't know.
Consider me impressed and
I
also
don't
jealous.
know why. I mean, it makes it really hard for it to be restful, but
I don't blame you.
there's still some degree of like
Thank you
hearing
for
people,
inviting me
but
to
it's
your
like
show.
being underwater.
No problem.
It's hard to.
Yeah.
I feel like you described a
Yes.
coma more than you described a nap.
Oh, well, I don't know.
To be honest, it sounds kind of like you're like doing a combination of trancing and dreaming or sleeping. Eh?
I mean,
Oh yeah, I forgot the dress. Like
those
elves,
dreams.
elves in general do that.
I had a really long
Yeah,
dream,
some
and
still
the
do.
time that apparently it felt like it was only like a minute or something.
I gotta take a quick shower, so
I went
be
on
down
a
there in a
whole
minute.
little adventure.
I've already showered and ready.
Morning, Hickory. Morning, Dickory.
At some point, but I figured
Morning,
Morning, you two.
Morning.
Morning too.
if you're sure.
Good
Yeah.
morning.
If I
Hopefully
understood
before the
anything
festival
about
starts, we
why-
can get some
Office.
practice in with Ader.
Understood.
Yeah, there's
If I
some
understood
pancakes and
anything
eggs and
about how
sausage
it
for you.
works, I feel like it would make things a lot easier for me. I don't, so I just make it work.
Maybe we can find something in the future. I'll try and keep an eye out on whenever I do medical studies.
Yeah.
How has your time with the courts been?
It has been okay. I've not started anything new.
Oh, court.
But once we have the
Hey, Mitch was in
encoding
the jail or
class,
something.
once we have the encoding
What?
class,
Oh.
I have an idea.
I thought she
for
said court.
something.
Like law court?
Thank you.
No,
Eggs.
I just,
Easy to
I
digest.
need to request an extra element to work with, but I
Oh, apologies. You were saying?
I need to request an next element to work with, but I'm waiting until I have everything.
Morning, Jane.
I'm gonna work with light this time, because that is the element that I use, and it will make doing what I am going to try easier.
Well, good luck with that.
Once you have it sourced, you may wish to have protective lens, just in case. After all, you explained that the fire courts had a chance to, well, not a chance, but it ignited on
We
chipping.
can get you a set of goggles.
It would be unfortunate for your jeweler's
Safeties.
efforts if you were blinded.
Yes, that would
Exactly.
be
Or
We
very
you're
need to get you a set of
damaged.
goggles
Well,
for safety.
I would be using Warden goggles for safety in this case, just because I don't know what will happen when I
Ooh,
try
like a
to
voting
One
mask?
mask?
No, just I do not know if it will react the way I am hoping to.
What kind of support doesn't support people?
That the encoding
Oh, by the way,
class
how's
will be
the
helpful.
jets getting along? They're working well.
Well, if you step
Fun
right,
to try.
Oh yeah, they're working.
something special. If you're right,
Did have an idea in the future, though.
These are good pancakes. I
Fair
like
enough.
these pancakes.
I will try my best.
Yeah, be good.
Listen, I was already afraid those things were gonna blow up. I'm glad they haven't. I have not lost my touch.
I don't think I got to worry about that, so, you know. But, if you're truly grateful,
I'll wait to tell you then.
could possibly return the favor in a way.
We'll write something
Try
out
not
soon.
to hurt yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Hurting yourself would be
I'm
much
very
bad.
low on money, and I could really
Also
use
got
a
some
coffee.
medical
You did
Hey,
the
Mrs.
same
Run into
thing
a
as
hill.
me, don't.
What? That wasn't
this.
on purpose.
How are you low on money?
Well,
That
now
was
you
my
know
core.
what it was like.
The core did it.
Oh.
Blame
you know,
They always do.
odd bits and bob here
The
and
focus
there.
has a mind of its own. I swear.
Oh, morning, Ione.
No, I get that one.
Well,
You know,
you maybe
we're able
they
to
do
just-
in
Especially
some
lightning.
way.
Put
I
in
don't.
Morning,
everything
Ernie.
with the extra majesty
Morning,
and all
Ernie.
that, but,
I mean, mine made
Heads
me
up,
grab it in
there's
Good morning.
pancakes, eggs, and
so
sausage in
that
there.
counts as something.
Sounds good, thank you.
Hmm?
Morning, John.
A little bit. Nothing new.
Thank you, Arthur. This is delicious.
He just slow.
Oh, no problem.
Yes, thank you for the
Shall
food.
proceed with the delivery?
Yes.
Pleasure.
I'll do these things later.
I don't actually remember. I haven't looked.
Okay. Sorry.
Good morning.
Why is no one else reacting to this? Why am I the only one?
I forget it was.
Was I supposed to hear that?
We should, but
What
let's
even
do it.
was that? What the fuck?
Last week was a week.
Are you ready?
It was.
Yeah, it was.
Already have everything.
I can understand if we're doing classes, but also I can understand if we're not doing classes.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we do have the mission after the festival, so they probably don't want us out of practice.
I'll clean.
That's true.
Hey,
It is
there's
right after the festival,
pancakes,
so-
sausage, and eggs.
Well, part of the festival is that it is around the time of year that the migration path takes us nearby our destination.
Morning, Root.
It would make sense for it to be right
Right.
afterwards because we'd be
Well,
already
too many
at the
reflections
minimum
and
distance across the
bathroom, though.
wastelands.
Hmm. Yeah, you're right.
Roommate.
Apparently it's something magical. There's a tumor, but his hair is covered in frost. He has these blue veins. His eyes are glowing blue. Then Kane's knocking at the door.
Hi.
Yeah, he's in the hospital, but he told me to go check on you. He insisted on it.
Wait.
How does that happen? Was there like Reggie had a blanket on him? He had a blanket on him and everything, and he woke up and threw it off, and he was freezing cold. He could barely talk and walk. That is what Reginald concluded, but I am still concerned.
Bread and honey. Bread and honey. Fresh from bakery.
Thank you.
Oh, that is fresh, ain't it? Oh.
Yeah. So, okay.
I think, like,
So what's up with Leon?
we're doing it
Reginald, yeah, Reginald.
raw, I guess. We can figure out the method to the madness,
But he is
per se.
like frost and his eyes are glowing.
Morning, Professor.
What are you doing, Raw?
There's, pancakes, sausage, and eggs.
Casting
Scrambled.
magic.
Oh.
That's I don't even know how far you are with your arms.
Sounds like a good breakfast.
Sure.
If you ever want any,
Some of
there,
it will
it's
probably
free.
have to be in private. Just a heads up.
That's more than fine. Why did you make that noise? So, what are you doing?
I'm just going.
Oh, I see. I understand. Oh, yeah. Appreciate that, buddy. Yeah.
You
Where's
got it.
Lunali, Gaga? Wait, what do I have? Can I have a coffee?
I am fully coffee and a pancake. I understand the situation you found yourself in, and even the darkest individuals can make friends, and so I can understand it.
You know, before I met Sevi, one of our fellow candidates, I wouldn't have thought that I'd ever tolerate one of those things, you know. But seeing her, well, anyways.
So, what do you mean with that? Is Sevi one of them?
Oh yeah. Oh, haven't you seen her?
Well, I understand that there might be some implications of, I didn't wish to assume their family lineage, that is why, but by all means, if that is the case, that is good to know. I appreciate for that information. But, again, the situation, even if I was not able to achieve anything by giving you objects, I hope at least the information that I have given you is able to at least give you a little bit of comfort.
Yeah, quite a bit. Not so much for me, but you know, Genevieve. She was quite broken up about it.
Jenny, Genesis is doing her best when it comes to surviving. I understand. I've not seen her yet, but I'm pretty sure she'll be fine.
She's been wandering around. I let her know it. Tell you thank you for all that you've done.
It is appreciated, by all means. Everything alright with you, though, Cadet? Good.
She just does this.
A little bit more tired.
Don't worry about her. She'll wake up whenever it's right for her.
I know. I have been informed about your condition. It's quite an interesting one, to say the least. As long as it does not affect your performance as a warden, I'd say. By all means.
The crazy thing about her is that if she wakes up, she'll be able to recount to you everything you said. She can even take notes like this.
Definitely good to know for any sort of further projects that there might be anything to do, but again,
But you need someone to sleep through?
You probably sleep for me when it comes to some of the stress that I've been having when it comes to recovery after the breaker incident. But
she's a good one.
So far she has definitely been, and I have definitely taken note of it. When it comes to everybody, how they handled themselves in the breaker situation, I have taken note of as many wardens as I can for future recruitment purposes for any sort of outside endeavors, such as protecting caravans or the like. So, by all means, some of them still need to impress me, but... What?
Is that something you're going to be into, Lunali? Protecting caravans?
I mean, it would be helping
Sometimes.
things forward, so yes.
Of course, you'd work on protecting the caravans that would be coming from Reinhold to other cities. Of course, you would be compensated with that with credits, depending on the job and the distance. But also, of course, it is one of the main ways that I personally see when it comes to active transportation. You know, how does the saying go for killing multiple magic beasts with one stone? The aspect of you get yourself to your location that you need to, and in turn, you can also assist me when it comes to protecting my wares for other rounds.
Yeah, I don't care about it as long as I get to shoot magic beasts, you know. That's all I care about, killing them. And finding out where they come from.
A simple joy, but a joy that will be successful in the future nonetheless, by all means.
Aye.
Of course, if there is any sort of wishes you might have as cadets, any sort of specific endeavors, or specifically interested in more exotic wares that you might be able to pay forward with your own pay, I'll gladly be able to assist on that as well. In the end, I wish to keep the warden happy as much as I want to keep the rest of Reinhold happy.
It helped me get
understood.
tools, cause it is a little hard to work with those cords with the ones I have.
She's pretty good. Yeah. There you go.
Tools.
Maybe a future job.
What
Did you get some more
specific
practice?
tools are we talking about?
I'm gonna head off.
I've been working with certain kinds of crystals that are found in magical ore.
sure we can figure out something on the matter. What so specifically, crystals? So we'd be talking about gem cutting tools, specifically.
I just need ones that have a bit more of a, I guess, sharper tip to get through things cleaner. It's a bit hard to facet some of the harder, but it's almost like if you're trying to shape a casting core, but it's not, it's the stuff around it.
Interesting. Have you ever had a conversation with Kargak about this? You being one of the blacksmiths within town specifically for the sake of equipment making?
I haven't thought about it before. I just... Until I became a warden, I've really not had the means to buy up things like that because it's... Most of that's just...
I mean, of course, everything...
at home.
I understand that when it comes to it, so...
I have enough tools to at least do a little bit of the family trade, but otherwise... Some things are a little bit more difficult to work with.
I have some ideas potentially in the future when it comes to certain gemcraft that might be able to be refined. So, depending on how things go, I could get you into connection with Kargak specifically. And while I am not able to immediately pay upfront when it comes to your work, I can ask specifically for Kargak to assist you with any sort of endeavor of making equipment, and from that point onward, you're able to, per se, pay off when it comes to the equipment, and after that you give the credits to me, and in the future you'd have yourself services potentially for gem crafting, if that's more something you like.
All of these on the staff I made myself. Also, some things for the school. The material is really fun to work with. It's really durable and
you know, some of the materials...
has magical qualities to it if you... I'm trying to figure out what you can do with them.
Some materials that would be relating to my services were not as magical, but still are fun, potentially, for what you enjoy, but will definitely be more expensive. There's a good chance that while I'm entrusting you with certain materials that you're able to provide, there is also the chance of, if it actually were to break, I will require you to pay a potential half fee for the intents for the loss of product. Again, I'm putting my trust into your service. So I'd say for now...
Experience. My hands are steady. It is... It is relaxing.
And I'd say for the sake of it, I'm going to give you some... For the sake of potentiality, I'm going to potentially provide some gems for the future. Smaller ones, you'll just have to cut into a specific shape for the cinch of jewelry making.
Okay.
And if it works out, I'll be sure to, well, first of all, you've built my trust. And after that, I'll be sure to help you when it comes to financial stuff in the future.
Okay.
One hand washes the other. Of course, Lunali. And of course, I'd hope that despite the fact that I might be asking for services of that kind, that you would not skip out on any of your warden training. And then that is more important to me than my services.
It is... It would not take away from anything like that. It would also help build up the necessary experiences, as it would help with possibly teaching the others how to work with materials. I believe it will help them with encoding practice. So I am...
It is one way to work with it. I'm pretty sure when it comes to what you've told me, we'll be able to figure out ourselves a little bit of a potential work relationship when it comes to future service, so don't worry about it, Lunali. And of course, if you tell Natalie about it, for the sake of it, Natalia, for the sake of... If she has any problems due to the fact of your closeness to each other, she's also freely able to talk to me about it in case there should be any...
Why would she be worried?
I like to at least be honest to the Warden Cadets. I have a little bit of a History of Pacific Services. You can ask her about that. The Carbilos are all. On one hand, we're a trade family, but we also work in other direction.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure she'll have opinions, and knowing how she has referred to me with some interesting titles, I'm sure you'll find out soon enough. And we can rethink the deal if needs be.
I mean, everybody deserves to have something that is nice and beautiful. I like making
And that's exactly what we're trying to provide with the Cabellas. And to make sure that everybody gets themselves something nice and beautiful within Reinhold. Enjoy their company and enjoy their time. But of course, Opal, what can I do for you?
I need to talk. I just have a question.
Do you want me to go away?
Sure.
I can go away. See you at class.
I said, Lunali, we'll have a conversation about anything in the future, but I recommend having a conversation with Natalia about the Carbilos, so you at least understand what you get yourself into.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Take care.
Give him a nickname. Oh,
There she goes already.
Oh god, well, there it goes.
Okay, that's
What am I missing?
Before we
Well,
divulge
she has
the
been
details
doing
of
Peter.
Uriel's
what happened?
family member of some
Were you just
kind.
freezing
There.
in your own uniform?
Oh.
You
What
know,
exactly
I'm going to
happened?
investigate that.
I guess so. I just had a bad reaction, I guess.
Do you think maybe heavier insulated clothing could help combat against it?
Don't.
Like winter
I
gear?
don't think so. No. No matter how many
Well,
blankets
until
I
you
put
try. Oh, did they already try to keep you insulated in the hospital?
Yeah, it didn't really
I'm
work.
gonna make my way to the harbor. I'll see you there.
Okay.
It's Mom.
Sure thing.
It's his mom. It's his mom.
Oh boy.
That's his mom.
Oh
Yep,
boy.
that's his mom.
Poor guy never stood a chance.
Full resources between your city as well as Rhino. That the likes. Trade as usual.
Good morning, little moon blossom.
Tell you a real story. We had this maniac
How are you?
Any dreams?
enter into the city one time. He looked like he had been drained to a prune.
But I was
Clothes
talking.
tattered and
I was
torn.
talking
It was
to
clear it
Gregory,
was supposed to be white.
and
But
he said
the
that I
stains
should
from
talk to
sand,
you
dirt
about
from
the
wastelands.
family. He
Complete
said
bump.
that you had opinions.
Brought him over medical.
Mm.
Unfortunately, he had some kind of.
What exactly are you trying to find out?
I don't
His
know,
lungs,
but
all the things he's breathing in.
I was.
Safe out there, you know. That's why they
He
keep you
was
on
talking
masks and
about
stuff if we ever have to fight
fact
down
that
there.
He might offer jobs to some of the
He wasn't
candidates
gonna
for
make it too long,
caravan
so
protection, and
they
that
took
people
me,
would be compensated.
a
And
couple others,
I figured if I got
and we
more
were supposed to
credits, I
keep guard on him.
could cover more.
Apparently,
I
they
could get
worried he was
better
gonna
tools
freak
for
out.
my
Some of the researchers thought he might
jewelry
mutate
making, so I
or
could
change.
work
They
with
didn't
some
know
of
what
the
the fuck we were
harder
talking
stuff
about. It's
easier.
scary. Everybody.
And he got
Someone
interested
from the wasteland
because
traveling up here,
apparently
climbing
there aren't
up
many
onto the
people
city.
that have those skills.
Insane.
And I thought that would
He
be a
ran
nice thing to help out with, and then he
As
said
if
that,
he knew what the world was like
that I
before
should
this.
probably talk to you
Ain't nobody
because you
believe
might
him.
have
Hell, I
opinions
still don't even know
about
if
us
he was telling
being
the truth
close,
or
and I did not understand why that would
He
matter
talked
because he
about
seems cool.
green flush and fields,
Well,
people.
two
Things
things.
like elected representatives, all kinds
First of
of
all,
kings and nobles and
you wouldn't have to bring it up with me, and he wouldn't have to bring it with me. That'd be something to bring up
Also
with the
pipe
principal
dream,
of the academy.
Does sound nice.
Honestly, I have reservations about sending out young fledgling candidates into a field that can be dangerous. More dangerous than they're expecting.
Yes, eventually.
Fair enough.
But when you are fully trained,
You gotta thank us for doing our job, but you're welcome.
many of you can barely still handle your cars.
It doesn't, it's not even having to do with that, it's that he might want to, he might be interested in hiring me for my ability to work with gems.
So, if I can give you one pointer, you ain't really gotta thank the living.
The second thing is,
For us, actually, the less we hear, the
Getting
better.
stuck in with
That means
confidence.
him and I aren't always on the same side of the way he operates. As long as he obeys the law, it's fine. Last time he didn't, we just about nearly beat the shit out of each other.
They still don't want your thanks. They want you to just live it
anyways. So.
Oh, careful now. Our military can tell you to fuck
Some
off.
of the things he does aren't necessarily the most scrupulous activities. That's for the military to deal with, not me. I keep him in line when I need to, though.
They're not the most trusting of people.
Alright, stubborn. Fine. You're welcome. Very welcome.
So would that mean you would be mad at me if I made them pretty things?
I don't get.
Suppose I will.
If they gave me the material to make
Yes,
them
ma'am.
pretty things.
Mm.
I remember right. They were the other person.
No, I wouldn't.
There aren't many jewelers in Reinhold in general.
Yes, they were. Those two right there are gonna be your
That
main
sounds like a
go-to
completely okay
medicals.
activity to me. I wouldn't be angry at you over that.
I believe her name
Because
is.
I could get the stuff and make it easier for you to work on my things I am studying.
Remember.
Like
Mm-hmm.
this way those quartz can be used, because maybe they could be made
Stitch
into
is the great
things that
one.
have little magical qualities. If
They're the one who
this next test works
actually
out.
were part of the military at one point. They were veteran.
Nobody has tried it
She
before.
knows.
I will be the first.
Don't worry, she's already lived it. She's good shit in that regard.
If things are okayed through higher means first, I won't complain. Just be wary. Be very wary.
I just like it when people have things that make them happy, and it's something that I'm good at that most people aren't good at, so it's an application, just like helping out Sophie. Sophie likes it too.
Just remember one other thing.
In fact, he's been in there for the entirety of
You're
the
becoming an
action
adult
set
now.
here.
You don't have to ask permission from myself or your mother. As much as I want to protect you, you're an adult now learning to protect yourself as well.
I believe he was flirting with the other reporter. He was his type and trying and making a lot of interesting advances. And then he started making some advances towards me.
Because you're my friend.
Told me like the little drama.
You're seeking my opinion rather than anything else.
I want you to do me a good favor. That the next time he attempts to
It would take things much greater than me being mad at you to break that. You
rid one of us
know
know,
that.
'cause
Come here.
no, we're not playing that. Ugh. Oof. No.
Yeah, no, I thought he was completely messing with me.
I'd hope to God he was. But with a mustache like that, I don't know.
You making a lot of friends, I hope? Haven't been able to get on campus to see you. I just wanted to make sure you're still doing well.
Hey, visit to the forge front and get some equipment that I hope to be repaired.
Understandable, good shit. I'm gonna be doing some rounds. I'm supposed to not be willing up paperwork today.
More aloof, or they always seem to be looking at me like they're squinting, but it's okay, cause I didn't do anything, so maybe they're just always angry. I don't know. It's okay though. I have friends, which is better than at home, cause I didn't really have friends, other than you. I didn't have friends my own age because no one wanted to talk to me. They thought I was weird. You know that though. I should probably start going towards the school building. I think we have class today.
Aye.
Before the festival.
That should be starting soonish, I think.
I'm excited for the festival though. Last year was really fun.
Mm-hmm.
It was the first one I was really
Learned a
able
lot
to
today.
enjoy. Bye, Natty. I'll see you later.
Especially.
Not Bloodwing, Opal. Of course.
Currently, I need to prepare for a talk, but I would love a sword fight.
Yeah,
well,
we're good. So,
Oh, I know.
I'll make sure I get greet him at least before you ship him out.
Maybe it was.
I ain't being stared at. I just wanted to say hi. Sorry.
Anyway,
I am scared now. So. Hi, Fyodor.
Good morning!
Yeah.
Boo!
You.
You would be correct. My ears are working. Well, my ear is working. Your ear is working. One of them ain't working.
Understood.
What is this about ears and not working?
Oh, I was verifying if the morning assembly bell had happened without my knowledge.
I
That's
have
all.
not heard the bells. They are very loud and it makes
Understood.
my ears kind of go wiggle wiggle whenever they go off, so they have not done that yet.
They are sonorous.
I mean, they kind of need to be loud for us to hear it across the city, so I guess that's fair.
It is a wake-up call for all residents, I believe.
Yeah, I think so. I'm excited though.
Has your
After
morning
class,
been
we can
peaceful now?
start the festival. Yay.
There we go.
Okay, it is now time. It is time.
Now which classroom is it? Do we
I think we
guess?
usually go to
Yeah,
there
we determine the-
first.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, Principal.
Good morning, Lunali.
Morning,
After
Wardens.
class, I need to talk to you. It was one thing, but now something else came up too.
Are you ill?
No, I'm just extra tired.
Very
It's
wrong.
been
Good morning.
partially related
Good
to
morning.
the first thing.
Good morning.
It's just, been taking more out of me. I'm okay now.
Very well. Good morning, Osiris.
Good morning.
I didn't realize I was doing the thing
No,
scratchier than usual,
for the
but
past half an hour.
But how do you separate the dirty water from the clean water? I mean, I guess I go
No,
into a
it's the
tank and
Rex
then
one
go
to
to
send
the...
it.
I
mean,
think
then
I think
maybe
it works
have a
well for
tank
showing
on
that
top
she's a
that
bit
dispenses
sleepier.
water?
If you want a nap, I'm the one to send it.
And then
I let people nap.
and it
like
goes
suction
in.
device that pulls
It's
it
okay.
up, and like the suction pulled it in through a filter, and then it gets filtered as it gets pulled out, and then the clean water.
Ooh, and then it goes around again, and then
It'd
it
just be
gets
a
stuck in
constant
the
loop.
filter. Ooh,
Yeah,
okay.
that'd be good.
Mm-hmm.
But then you run into the issue of how you clean the filter.
You're
You
real.
have to only clean it once you stop.
Hey.
Which isn't
Mm.
terrible.
So that was
Yeah.
your mother, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was my mother.
But yes, I was looking as a
glad they're
present from
coming back.
Store because he's always doing kind of.
Was
you know,
that the
he wakes up
peaceful
really
one
early
around
and
the
does
Harbor District?
because he has to clean up after all of us.
That's her.
One of the wardens
I see.
mentioned she was here to embarrass
And
her
I know
son.
we make a lot of mess because a lot of people,
Oh,
you know,
that's you.
shooting things.
At least she's honest
and-
about
and
it.
That's for you.
Fire
Stop
and
all
lightning
right.
and blah blah. Yeah.
balls and stuff.
Oh, you made here?
Yeah, he cleans up the campus.
Uriel or Uriel's mother?
I guess
He
their
wakes up
mother.
really
I don't think
early
Uriel
from
was
he
the name unless Uriel turned pink.
Theodore. Yeah, Mr. Theodore. He lives off world or off world. Wow.
Oh,
Off the campus into the
Do you wanna
city,
join the line,
and then
yeah?
he comes early in the morning, cleans up everything. Yes, Mr. Theodore.
Trying to fill
Yeah,
so they're
cousin
even
that
so we don't
helps
get yelled at.
No,
Exactly.
no, not Theo.
Should probably
Not
have
Theo.
even ones.
Okay. I mean, little Theo. I mean, Mr.
We can
Theodore.
only try. We'll see how things go.
fair enough.
Yeah, shit happens.
Then you have the restriction of having to make.
Make do with what you got.
Exactly. Oh, I have to have him.
That's a
Something
nice
he can actually.
color on you,
That's important.
Luca.
That's important to think about.
Oh,
And
thank you.
Actually, if you think about it, because he's so much small, having
I'm glad
a small
I think so.
knot would create a larger suction. I mean, because
I believe
size
they call it
equating
pea
to
soup.
the
Pea.
The
smaller
color?
the bowl, the stronger the suction.
Pea soup cream. You have pea colored.
I'd actually
I
believe
believe
it.
it
Like
before it's
I don't know
lawsuit, but
anything about
okay.
colors, but I'd believe it.
I don't pee.
I was gonna say it's a fish
Do
for
you
me too.
really
That
want?
dispense into the
Do you really
actual-
want this?
It's
I can
supposed to
name
be
it that
They would-
fish. I can
they
stop
would
fighting this.
as
Oh,
it-
he is.
What? No, I'm just
and then
kidding.
suck it the water back
You're only
into
hurting
the
yourself.
other
Are you told
tank, so it
different
filters
color?
through. It needs to be
Mostly.
small enough for him to use,
What's that supposed to mean?
and then he'd clean. They'd have to clean up afterwards.
I suppose it's somewhat close to a peridot green.
That's true. Good idea.
Yeah, right thought.
Isn't Peridot darker?
It reminds me of one of the
I
macaron
don't know.
colors.
There's different
that's a
versions
color.
of colors.
That's what I
Red
said.
is
So
red.
Colors are
So
and
many.
any of
Green is
them.
green. There's so
Pale
many
green.
colors.
They're
Emerald
shades.
is dark green.
What's the space?
The
Like a
main
space
stroke.
version of a fire
Thank
core,
you, thank
apparently.
you, baby.
Not the color real as I thought I did.
Wow.
Not quite the same.
I was standing next to.
Over
Why are
that.
you smirking at me? Sorry.
She called me
No.
over. She called me over.
Don't want to stand next to me.
I'd move.
You know he didn't actually get a
Dude,
call, right?
Get out of the way, Scout.
I saw
Get out.
the picture.
Scout.
No, no, all right. Yeah.
It's not about the size. I don't think.
Okay,
What if it's a bigger mana output? I don't know.
Well, if you picked a bigger one, it wouldn't fit.
All right.
Yeah, you're right. I guess it
It's
would
normal
have.
sized and
That
fully
would have just been
functional.
like. Huh?
Get it?
I mean, yeah.
Eyes front.
Do I need to take my hat off? Yes, I do. That's sensitive.
Well done. Today I will be having a lesson with Instructor Drea. She'll be leading you in the proper way to encode your spells so that you may prepare for the upcoming mission. Afterwards, there is a non-mandatory practical lesson that will be hosted by Instructor Hayden here in the arena. Instructor Drea, your class.
Let's go ahead and move over to the classroom.
Yes, ma'am.
All right,
Yes, ma'am.
Understood.
Yes, ma'am.
classroom. Let's go.
She is shown to have a purple coloration.
We want you faster now.
That's not Andrea. Hey, Lunali.
Yeah, what's up?
A piece of advice: don't sleep on the captain.
I don't think anyone.
She doesn't tolerate it, so try your best.
You usually shouldn't sleep on anyone.
No.
It's okay.
Oh, she takes perfect notes when she's sleeping, so it's not a problem.
You say this as if I have control.
As if you could control it.
I'm so sorry for what
I know.
Oh, no, I meant like, I was making a joke, like, oh no.
I am talking about.
Oh.
I am talking about the one who brought up the topic in the first place.
Okay.
Right.
I
Yeah.
would not do it if I had any control over it.
You know what, my
1 out of 2.
Really? I wonder if I would.
I mean,
Some of these are I don't
I
want to
mean,
sleep today.
technically you have control whether you fall asleep or not during class.
no, I really don't.
Oh, she doesn't.
No, not you. I mean, just you. Because you said I had control.
Oh, yeah, but that would be rude, you know, to do that if I was doing it intentionally.
Plenty of room back here.
Sit right back today.
I wouldn't do
No.
it. If I could control it, I wouldn't do it.
Steve,
Because it's
Steve,
part of
Steve.
the
We're
reason
going
why
forward. We're going forward. Come on.
people-
This way. This way.
My usual spot. How could you? I totally care.
I'm just going to slide in right here.
I mean, I can.
This means we have a centralized view, though.
I believe it is because the Geist twins are not present.
I don't know if I should sleep with her in class. I can't laundry room.
Just put it behind you.
Okay.
Oh, alright.
Tis the singular factor that makes a warden.
My neck.
That was a question. Really?
Their arms.
That is correct.
Oh shoot!
Are you disappointed that you were right?
No, I didn't know it would. Okay, I didn't think it was that simple.
It is that simple. What are the only ones that have arms? That they put their foci into. Their cores. So far, you've chosen your cores, and you've chosen your attunements, and you have practiced with them. Focusing with them, doing magic. It has been said, working with a boar and doing magic pulls from your stamina, pulls from you. And place that core into an arms helps facilitate what you're doing with that core.
Hey, chat. Roll me a d20.
What are the different ways of casting?
Intuitive and spell weaving.
That is correct. Intuitive and spell weaving.
Well, shit.
This class,
This one I was leaving
It's
up
a
to
turning
fate whether or
point.
not she falls asleep in class today.
up until now,
She will at some point.
you've been using your creativity. You've been doing random things to see what works. What works for you, and what works with your core. But from here on, it's no longer willy-nilly. There's a right way and a wrong way to do things. Does anyone have an idea of why there may be a wrong way to do things?
Misfires and collateral damage.
Good answer. Misfires and collateral damage. Anything else?
It will leave you passed out on the ground.
Can leave you passed out on the ground. Anything else?
You could be putting in spells that aren't suited for your class.
Not so much on that. Just simply means that you wouldn't be doing well at what you're trying to do.
Depending on what you do, you might damage or otherwise destabilize your core.
Oh.
That is a possibility, but extremely rare. You were on the path saying that you'd end up passed out on the ground. There is a chance, though,
Why are they doing that so close?
that you skip that.
Move away.
Instead of pulling all of your stamina and passing out on the ground, you start to pull from your life force. And you pass out on the ground dead.
What?
You pull from your life force, what keeps you alive, and when that is used up, you have no life left. You now become what we call cover.
Oh, it pulls from your body.
Why do they call you cover? Oh, never mind.
Right.
It is the most help you can.
So that is why we have encoding. Encoding is a way of working with your core to help your core focus on what you want it to do. A way to focus through your core. And to use that mana from it to manifest what you are doing. Now again, you've synchronized with your course, at least started to. And that process takes upwards of a year for your progress to hit a plateau. Up to this point, it's probably been rather slow. Mainly again because pulling from your core, you are getting fatigued. And you only have a limited amount of time before you can't go any further without hurting yourself. So with encoding, there are 4 things that are necessary to do this. 5 if you include your goal. You need to have a rune. Now there are base runes that we use. Runes for manifesting shots, projectiles. Runes for area effects. Runes for benefits, statuses, things that boost you. These runes, many of them are well documented, and we have references in the library. So feel free to spend your free time finding the right rune, base rune, to do what you want to do. There are others available to help you pass, of course. Your specialty is in runes. Also me. And Norset. Norset can also help you find runes if you're having difficulty finding one. Once you've decided on a rune for a spell you want to cast, you then encode it or inscribe it onto your core. As you've probably found out, your core is quite hardy. You can't simply take a hammer and a chisel to it and scribble in a rune. Magisteel, though, is capable of inscribing a rune into a core with some effort. Yes, Bailey.
Are you saying that if I had a Magisteel screwdriver, I couldn't just inscribe my own rune into it?
In theory, yes, you can. But using a drill would be rather shoddy. It would be very imperfect.
Take a note.
It's better to spend the effort with your core to make your rune clear. Because everything with casting is all about intent. And if there's any doubt there, your intent comes to question. That is when collateral damage happens. You can take a Magisteel stylus and inscribe a rune into core. I'm going to go ahead and inscribe a rune into this core here, this fire core, and pass it around so that you can see it firsthand of what you may be doing. Of course, your rune will be specific to you. This rune is an area effect rune. The shape of the area effect specific to this rune is a cylinder. So it has an effect around, somewhat in a donut shape. It goes out to a certain range, and then within the center of it, it doesn't have an effect.
Oh.
When you look at it, you see that the rune is mostly clear. But it is simply etched in, rather dull. You can feel the ridges and valleys of the rune. Yes.
Do runes have to be that specific,
Lunali.
or is there a cost to leaving them more general?
Here, look at that.
That's a good question. Like I said, with casting, a lot of it is based on intent. And that focus you put into intent. If it's a broad focus, a broad intent, then the application of your manifestation will be broad. It'll be weaker. A more focused rune, a more focused intent,
For reference,
makes for a more
she
powerful
drew a
effect.
perfect image of the rune.
And trust me, you want to plan ahead. You've dealt with pods and low-level magic beasts up until this point. Going into the future, you will be dealing with things far more powerful. And you definitely don't want to go after them in a very general approach. But if you can find some application where you think more general rune can be used, then you can try it. Which does bring up a good point. Runes are not permanent.
Oh.
A rune can be etched out, smoothed over, and another rune applied to it. But much like your attunement, that rune goes stronger over time as you Focus on it. Channel through it. Apply your intent to it. So, swapping out your runes resets your progress. But it can come in handy if you have a specific assignment coming up. You can swap out a rune for another rune, a different spell that will specifically help you in one situation. It is a risk that you must weigh against reward. If it helps you in the situation, then maybe that risk is worth it to set back your progress. Sometimes it's better just to stick with what you have, and you're confident in it. Yes.
Captain, how long does the attunement to the rune take? Typically.
It varies, depending on how much time you spend on it, how well you focus, how pure your intent is. If you are determined and focused and you have a very well-formed idea of what you want, to fully set in a rune, to attune that rune, takes about a week.
Oh.
So, with our upcoming assignment, 3 or 4 weeks out after the festival, if you do the math, that is where you'll be at. Do not try to do more than one rune at once, though. You don't want to confuse things. You want to have that one rune well established so that what you're focusing on goes through that rune. And you don't cross wires.
Yeah, that's bad. That's really bad.
Are there any other questions? Really?
What's the weirdest rune you know of? Like, is there any runes that are like weird shapes or have really strange eggs?
There are many very weird runes.
I might actually draw up the notes one day of what they look like, because they're
Before,
very
what we find in ruins that we don't have a firm understanding of are some very interesting runes. What's the word? Pictography of things that we don't understand. That's why we have paths and many other researchers. Personally, I haven't found any runes to look weird. They are simply tools. Yes.
What if you already surgically put your core in you? You have to take it out.
Oh.
That's good.
How else are you going to inscribe on your core?
Okay. It's okay. We can install like a little Tupperware container flap on your chest so you can just open it.
We can workshop it. We'll figure something out, Milo.
I think it would be.
Is there any portion of your core that is exposed? Quiet down.
No. No, it is. Nope. It is in my chest.
You may want to figure out a way then to be able to access it. But don't have to necessarily completely remove it. Who has the core? Other questions? I believe you had a question.
Yes.
Oh, there's more.
I know you said about replacing and I could have misheard this, but instead of replacing runes, is it possible to modify or enhance them if you want the same spell but to tweak it?
Yes. If you have a rune that is part of another rune, then yes, you can build upon it. But again, that does reset the attunement. You may get some bit of a head start, but if you're changing that intent, changing what you're manifesting, then you and your core are relearning. Paz had an interesting question earlier. I believe it was young Bailey was asking, what is the weirdest rune you've ever seen?
Weirdest? In what sense?
Bailey, clarification.
Like, I don't know, is there some rune that specifically, makes like an ice chair or something? Or, I don't know, like something like that, like, or a dumb rune. Maybe like a I don't know, a train made of air or something.
That sounds highly useful.
Ice throw is actually a very well-defined spell.
I will say this. There is nothing weird. There's no bad. There's no better. There is no weird. There just is. Whatever rune, find whatever rune is created, bring something to the table. It is much like course and your arms. Each arm that is created by one of you has its own function, its own style. Yes, people may find a fishing rod maybe odd, but when taking a look at it by the wielder, it is just as functional and useful as any other arm.
I guess weird is a word that places a limitation on creativity.
Except for the rune of self-vertigo. No uses for that one.
There was one where somebody tried to make a rune which would let them not ever get hangovers. I remember that one.
That sounds useful. Can I have that?
Yes. Well, the problem was that it came with certain side effects. And let's just say
they were blue for weeks.
Blue?
So, perhaps the better way to think of it is there will be dangerous runes.
You can use them.
Runes that can harm you if you're not careful. Does that sound about right?
Yeah, these people with surgically implanted cores. Holy shit.
Yes, and please don't use your core as a party favor. You're not party magicians, you're wardens.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Well, unless you're that one who used a core in a clown outfit, we won't go into that one again.
What?
Before their nose?
Ooh,
What?
please, yeah, please tell me it was his nose.
Alright, 2 rules. Don't be cover, don't be bait. Decoy's fine. Right, any other questions that pertain to the class? Yes.
Are we allowed to ask and see professors' runes, or will we be arrested asking?
Well, you're perfectly open to ask. Most professors, most wardens will probably show here. Some will not.
Good to know.
There are some special circumstances, situations, things that only experienced wardens should be working with.
There are
Yes.
also personal runes
Mm.
that some wardens wouldn't want to share because it's their own
Yes.
creation.
I was going to ask, I guess slightly similar to that, is there any runes that are known that we could not attempt to use? Like ones deemed very dangerous to attempt?
There are a few. And when you come across them, they're going to be fairly obvious. Death and curse runes are two types of runes that are rarely used. And their chosen comes with great scrutiny. Because again, a lot of casting depends on your intent and your focus. And of course, there are no runes out there that you can simply go, kill that, else we would not have a job. The problem is that when you go, kill that, there are other things that can be in the way, before and beyond it. And if that intent is off by the smallest bit, that intent has any maliciousness, then that manifestation goes wildly wrong. You have to be absolutely sure in what you're doing. Quite literally, your job is to go out and to kill, to destroy, to cause great harm, to cause damage, to disrupt, in order to protect everyone from magic beasts. Accidents are unavoidable, but great care is taken to mitigate any kind of accident. There's a heavy responsibility that is applied to each and every one of you.
Are there ways to protect ourselves from runes of that nature?
If you go down
My
this
head
path,
dunked onto the desk.
like I said, it comes with great scrutiny. There has to be extremely clear intent, a clear image of a destination, a final manifestation. If anyone goes down this path, then you must work with an instructor. To ask one of us. Yes.
I believe she means protection from a caster using that sort of rune. The warped and wrong ones.
Counter rune.
To clarify, the runes of death and curse aren't wrong runes. They're just dangerous to be used. They won't bar anyone from using these runes. It's just that the intent behind them can cause great damage to the caster in the process. Which is why we caution against them. Just like any other rune, they can be protected against using any number of a jord of ordered runes that can protect an individual.
And that is why it is so important that... Go ahead, Kaz.
My usual suggestion is start with simpler things. Start with things that are easy to master. And once you are along in your Wardenwood and you have seen many other runes and understand their concepts, you can begin to wrap it up.
Yes.
Welcome back in.
Other questions? Well, you think if there's any other questions? Take a stylus and pass the box around.
What? Are we gonna, with our own?
With your own stylus and your own core, you're going to do your research on runes, and you're going to encode a rune.
Awesome.
We have an assignment coming up very soon. Like I said, if you want to change out runes, you can. But it is imperative at this point that you begin the process. You only have so much room on your core to encode runes. In the back.
Is it possible to pierce too far into a core? Instead of just etching on the surface?
I have yet to see a student re-encode enough times to break a core, or to be as careless to destroy such a valuable item.
So
You
it
have your
doesn't
core.
explode or something.
No, it does not explode. If you carve too deeply, it will fracture and break and become useless. And if your core becomes useless, you no longer have a core, and you are no longer a warden or candidate.
And we owe a lot of money.
Bailey,
Might be a dumb question. Please disregard of this. Write your own name on your core.
that is extremely careless. Because as I said, you only have so much room on your core to engrave runes. If you want to give up some of that space to put your name on it, and give up some of the power of your core,
Etching for yourself.
that is your choice.
Got it.
Yes. When the box gets to... Oh, okay, it's in the back row again. Any other questions, or is that all? Alright. Well, that is the end of this class then. If you have questions that come up, like I said, Professor Norset, Paz, or I, or any other professor you wish to ask, are available. Do spend some time in the library researching runes. So find the right one for what you want to do. And with that, you are dismissed. Isaac, Mira. Oh.
Continue.
Yes, apologies. No, okay. Isaac, Mira, Felix, Dickory, and Sevi. If you are here, stay after class, please.
The rest of you who are not on that list, if you have your arms prepared and wish to test yourself in solo combat, Instructor Hayden will be doing a course in the arena. So you may attend there. Rest of you are dismissed.
Thank you.
And please bring the box of statuses back up to the front.
We're done, Lunali.
Anyone who's going to the arena, make sure to prepare yourself accordingly.
Lunali.
You're going to be like kept locked up or something. Quick chats. Need to borrow a couple of cents before you go.
She's been going to like appointments all this week.
Absolutely.
I think she's just getting
That's true.
Fine. Good lesson notes. Don't forget your stylus also.
Sevi.
Yes.
Not long enough.
Do not run around the battlefield.
I know.
Thank you, Captain.
What? You didn't do the lesson?
I've been waiting for this one for a while.
Lazarus.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. Thank you.
Like I said, this is the turning point.
Oh yeah. Cheers. Can't wait. Look, Miller. I'm gonna be for long.
Rooms that protect against curses and violating spells.
I'm so ready.
Yes. They are available.
Thank you.
Yes, it is.
Did you join the lesson?
The important part of their lessons now
Bless you.
become real for them.
No, thank you.
Not getting a cold, are you?
Well,
They do.
real on top of what happened live.
That I just
Yes.
Does the warden have to inscribe the rune themselves if they are able to draw what it should look like if they are unsure of their ability?
Yes. It must be done by the user. Which is rather unfortunate. I have seen some quite gifted people able to etch beautiful reproductions of runes. But since a core is so personal that only one person who's attuned to it can use it, they are the only one that can describe it themselves.
I wasn't worried about myself in that regard. It was more if people needed help with it. That is unfortunate.
Am I allowed to bring those individuals back on?
You can definitely share some basics of your skills with others to show them how to do it. A clearer rune, clearer intent, a clearer end product. You can have seats. I know you want to go run, Sevi, but it shouldn't be too long.
If it's not too long, I'll choose to stand for now unless it's some lengthy conversation to be had.
Some of those that were carrying radios, and previously captains of your squads. Or a combination thereof.
Would it be possible to take a view about the program?
Two individuals. We had a.
The ability of some of you to lead, and the ability of all of you to keep it together. So I wanted to hear some pros and cons of what happened, your leadership within the group, your contribution. And I'd like to step forward and provide some feedback.
When it came down to the negotiation part of it all, I basically led that operation. We had Bailey that was over, and made sure that if anything happened, she would make sure to go tell the others. I had Rue as my second to help support any claims that I have made to reassure the Breaker. And I had Kane there to make sure that if anything went awry, he would come to back us up. In my opinion, everything was a success. It was not the intended outcome, emotionally, but logically and for the safety of Verona. Everything went really well. And my team did wonderful. Yes. We were asked to go in there. Apparently he had asked for more, for Rutherford to be there. But through Laz's judgment, he brought us in. And I think that we were the most qualified in the ways of being rather empathetic and understanding to make sure that Verona got out of there safely.
I did this insignia.
Yes.
You'll have to make sure that it works on the core first. Then the light quartz can be the next test to see if it can hold a rune as well.
Well, I did not lead any engagements, but my sister and I were at the center of one of the traps intended to lure
Lunali.
in the Forge Breaker several weeks before. Overall, I consider it a project failure. We did the best with what time we could, but unfortunately, when it came to
Just a slightly easier piece to hear.
Heavy Breaker had far too much mobility and maneuverability. Likely, our
There were
observations and
two things. The first of which,
countermeasures were largely sussed out.
recently there has been another instance of the dream, but according to my
Furthermore,
roommates,
there was significant
things have
civilian presence.
changed, and I think
But
it
at the
may
time,
have to do with the level of clarity.
I thought was
They said that I was,
by the Wardens.
that they heard my step
As the night went on, I grew increasingly less sure.
and that I reached for it in my sleep before beginning to glow.
No one died, but it
Sounds
was
like your synchronization is affecting these visions.
It has also resulted in better clarity. I believe I have seen a region nearby the mission location. City that looked of wood this time, but there was the water in the distance. The sky was the wasteland as before. But aside from the fact that there were no people there, it looked just as lively as any other city, just without a dome.
Odd. That shouldn't be possible in the wasteland.
There is life there, more than just water. There is plant life.
There has been plant life on Eden for a long time.
That is what I saw. I saw it without it feeling like there was a fog over my eyes, or that I was seeing something metaphorical. I felt like I was there.
You've been keeping record of these instances, yes?
Yes, sir. I have been keeping the journal.
If you can give me a copy of that one, just so I can review it.
Yes, I will. I also drew what I could see. I usually remember my dreams, but this one, it felt as clear as if as an actual memory that I had.
Understood.
It
Is
does
that all?
not- There was another matter that I was told I should speak to you about, as I am, I guess, unaware of the potential worries. Gregory
What is that?
Carbillo has learned about my jewelry making abilities and may be interested in wishing to have me work with them for creation of some of their merchandise that they work with. and potentially sponsoring some of the equipment that I would need to continue my studies on the special materials I've been requisitioning. I was told that there was potential worry about closeness to them, but Captain Natalia did not really elaborate too much on that. She said it would be more in your purview.
All I can truly say is that it is up to you to decide what you wish to do. I would have you make your own mind up about individuals. However, Gregory Carbillo and his cohort they aren't always above the law, and they're not always to be trusted. Make your own decisions, but do it carefully.
Understood. Unrelated to that, I will be putting in a request form for another element of quartz. Now that we've had a lesson, there's an experiment I wish to run, given my observations of the other two that I've been working with.
Speak with Paz. He should be able to get the requisition forms, especially if it's for a research project. That's his domain.
Understood. I'll bring you the copy and the drawings later if I see you.
Thank you, Lunali.
With the Voyage Breaker is the result of Tenebris. I believe before that he was just a normal person. But circumstances led him to where he was. As is Tenebris does with everyone.
Yes. What to tell them?
It's okay. I remembered a general gist of it, and so does he.
Yeah, on your head.
My question? No,
Yeah.
Tortoise,
Okay.
well, not turtle, but tortoise in there.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're in trouble, Bailey.
Probably just something serious.
Bailey,
I'm good.
don't set the classroom on fire.
Unless they want you to.
I mean, yeah, okay, that's fair, yeah.
Lunali. Arthur was having troubles with the idea of engraving. I suggested that you would help or provide instruction.
Well, it's more the dexterity of actually doing it.
I can help provide exercises for steadiness of hand, but I did ask if there was ways for somebody to assist in the effort,
yeah, I'm
and
still
I was
stretching.
told that it would not be possible to directly inscribe on behalf of
I'm trying to.
So I will only be able to teach what I
Curious.
cannot do for you, due to the level of personality between the bond.
You're just looking for
user and core.
That's any opportunity.
Right.
I taught him how to
Cute.
do this one time, and now.
However,
Oh yeah, the thing, yeah.
there are ways you can practice without
I hit
having
it with
to
it.
use your core as the surface.
Okay.
I will help you find material.
All right. Thank you.
It worked for them.
Kind of.
I did it once in
We
the
are
morning
using glass
and that
marbles.
didn't feel right. I felt like I was like diminishing its
Yeah, I've
meaning.
my hand full too many times where.
If your hand
Oh.
slips while working with a
Wait,
the marble
without
will
the hand up?
shatter. So if you can
Yes,
do
I have lost a few due to that.
then you
know.
can sign on a core.
I
did it once,
I mean,
and then
that
I
looks
like
more like a
noticed.
handshake.
I mean, that looks like for more of like a handshake, like,
I will,
you know.
I will draw you some designs.
I guess I was going like this, so I thought he'd,
Just
you know.
replicate what I draw.
I
That's
didn't quite
Until
connect
you can do it
dots.
without making
It's
any
okay.
fractures.
You who are going to be taking this.
Do you have
first?
any
Bailey.
you're gonna want to throw one?
Yeah, Bailey,
we got
but
pulled away
I look forward to it. Thank
She
you.
was pulled away by the headmaster.
she'll be free anytime soon. Yet.
Don't worry, we're gonna be
What about
going
Rue?
to some tree.
Okay.
Oh.
In that case.
Okay, so here's a question. Do you think Senior Smoke Slap's gonna just draw them on his face?
Really interesting about the variety of things classes we have here.
Alright, you gotta be more specific when you say Senior
Alright,
smokes
Hickory,
a lot, because
Rue,
I can think of 3.
Arthur, how about
Okay, the
you
one that
at the
has
center?
his core.
Understood.
Yes, sir. Yes, sure.
Everyone
Right.
else be on standby.
Sure you're good to do
Yes, sir.
combat training, mate?
Question.
Now that I think about it. Putting it on just...
Actually, I'm gonna go and see if I can talk to Professor Reginald. I'll be back. Okay.
Or
Don't worry.
I believe so.
I got some sleeping.
Okay.
They will pop out the glass side before it.
But they're still.
So I have no idea what's going on.
we find in Vanderhall.
Yeah, I have been hit by Hayden before with one. They said something
Excuse me.
about solo combat?
You're excused.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a small team.
In Vanderhall?
He's pulling in groups of 3.
I thought that was.
I don't know what it's going to be about at the end of the day. Yeah.
Okay. Understood.
How do you get it to stay in place so well? There's a little locking mechanism underneath it. Kind of.
Oh.
It's like you know how like rings have gemstones set into it.
Milo,
Okay, that makes sense.
if you're worried about
Hi.
inscribing on the
Red
core
glue
because it's
decided that wasn't a
inside
good
of
idea.
you, what if you worked with some
probably not.
people, like once there's a way to get to it, but without taking it out, that you could basically draw on something and it would replicate the movements so that you don't have to worry about trying to do it where you can't see it.
Wait. Actually, maybe with the thing, Marcel.
Professor, could I
Oh.
It's made for rearranging things without having to, open anything up. So.
You would have to do the action
Mhm.
yourself according to Professor Drea. But
I
if
can
it
cast
is,
without
if you
passing.
have a way to copy movements, it would still be you, but you could do it where you can see what you're doing. Without having to
You are
worry
primarily
about
melee.
having to basically
stuff you
draw
try
it
is-
in reverse.
Do not need such complex
It's gonna be your
room
first
craft.
That is something to think about.
You have dealt with pots.
No, it
Thank
is
you.
Bigger picture.
Helps a little bit.
that you
Listen,
inscribe
and
something.
probably the same for
Mm.
Marcus and his
Complex thing
army.
or a simple punch.
Yeah. Ooh, okay.
Oh, what is okay?
One of these, okay.
Okay.
I've not had
not
any issues
again.
with like.
It's a simulation,
No.
right?
What do you mean, not again? Yeah.
Request,
What do you
seriously.
mean, not again?
I believe this is.
That's what we mean.
They might have installed
The
the
keep.
Oh!
Pressure stimulation.
Oh, it's been so long.
No. Oh, I thought you meant not again. Like he's seen these things before. Yuri.
I'm happy now.
I didn't realize you were that life like.
Oh.
My request went through.
Oh, wow.
Through this court, right?
Yep.
We might
Don't
prevent
pay
it.
attention to me. With a shotgun.
It
He
might be
spins out of
seven.
support as he fills it with lead.
He is a support.
You reach a
That's
break.
supporting.
It all switches back to
The
normal.
list
shouldn't
says
be
that
paying
needs to heal.
I mean, I have a
You
shotgun.
do.
So supported.
Get me one of those.
Okay.
I want to heal
Just
the
like
shit out of them.
where's
I wanna
the
heal
support?
shit out
Does
of
he
them.
have a spell? Does he fill us with blood to heal us?
Okay. Oh, I'm scared of the
Yeah,
shrapnel.
that was it. It's loud.
That was it. Remember, he said he was
Miles-
shooting people for healing.
Yeah, you can.
Don't mind me, I'm a man of medicine.
You shot them in the. Yeah, shot them in the chest.
Put up the protective
What are you
barrier.
talking about? He's shooting people here.
What if he
I
just
hope so.
threw a spell and it's the
Remember when we all were inside, we were doing the training, like not free for all, but like all against the professors? Yeah, that's when Rue shot Rue. No.
New enemy
Yeah.
has entered
or-
the cell.
yeah.
Yeah.
What if it's the left spell and not the heal spell?
Trigger or something.
Can we not talk
Oh,
about
God.
my fingers?
Spell, I think he's just shooting a
They
gun.
were
No, not
talking
your
about
fingers. When Rue
Oh, Jesus, fuck.
the healing shot blast that was put into your
Are you okay?
you right?
I'm fine. Just a little jumpy.
Yeah, no, that gun is his arm, so.
Yeah, I have gathered that.
I noticed. Yeah.
I mean, it's
He
just like
can
a
do lightning
fun...
bolts out of it sometimes.
He is
One of the
armed
first
and
ones.
dangerous.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess
For
that would be
us,
the
it's-
same as if...
Is it
for organics only?
Clean.
Let him reload and find out.
Okay.
When he shot me with it, it felt like
I got one
1,000 volts of electricity. But in a good
That's
way,
so
I guess.
pleasant.
In a good way, you guess.
I mean, it felt better.
Huh.
It was shockingly pleasant.
Oh, back
Exactly.
up. Okay.
Fuck you for that one.
I feel like it will be something that people will need to be aware of when it comes to his healing, because it is likely going to
Not get angry
promote
because
some
they shot
degree
them?
of startling factor.
Yeah, it would startle me if he shot me.
A little startling, yeah.
Shoot in the foot.
Speaking of,
Takes a whole nother meaning.
he's
to it.
about to do it.
Oh.
I don't know if I can watch this.
Huh.
Does he?
Did he die?
fell to his knees.
No, he probably was not.
Oh, I forgot to mention that it hurts like hell.
I mean, I'd imagine it's
Oh,
probably
you
an
said you felt
initial
better.
healing of
Healing is the only
being...
one
I
I've
did,
got.
I
that
feel
make me feel I was
better afterwards.
being rearranged
You
in
will.
some way, so,
I imagine is
The
probably a...
noise is fine.
The music's supposed to distract you for
okay,
that.
good enough.
Sebby's healing
it's
is also
very,
pretty
it's
good.
very nice music.
When Ader healed my fingers.
Sebby's heel was warm.
That was
and
awful.
fun.
never get hurt in the
Showed it to
feet.
me.
Oh, I can imagine.
I mean, if you do, and he starts walking
I
towards
mean,
you,
for some
just
cases,
look at
being
me.
shot with that would restart someone's
No.
heart.
Just close my eyes and think
Look at
you
my
know.
world, happy thoughts.
That's
It's
the
just a
point.
shot. A very big, angry shot.
And hope he
Think
presses
about
the
it,
right
just
trigger.
How good you're gonna feel afterwards.
Yeah.
It's also when he is about to do it, make sure it's on. You ask him if it's on the right setting. You know.
He has settings.
I mean, he can. It's a shotgun, and you know.
I didn't think that
You
was
know.
like a switch. I thought that was like a
I was gonna say, is there like a lever or something?
I mean, it might be a spell.
Okay,
hope
I hope.
I don't-
I
I
really
don't-
do hope, because that'd be fucked if there was just like a, ooh, turn it to healing mode. Oh no, sorry.
I forgot the safety's
move
on.
to healing.
Oh.
Emphasis on safety.
Wrong mode. Let me just
Sorry.
double up on healing.
Suddenly the clinic
Oh, there's
receives
a
a
new
large
hole in your
uptick in
chest. Let me,
shotgun blasts.
there we go.
He's team one. It's okay. He's team one.
What's
He knows what he's doing.
I
He's
don't know how
team
that's
one.
supposed to help.
I don't
I don't even know if that's still a thing.
Don't.
Yeah, we're coping.
You're coping?
It will be in our
Alright,
hearts.
Yeah, we all
You can-
volunteered without knowing
you
what
can
we were
ask him now.
volunteering for.
Wait, what?
I need a healer.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dorian, Lunali.
Yeah.
I am not sure if my magic will
You can't
affect
shoot-
a forged.
Yeah,
but
you
I
can't
do
really
try.
shoot
Put a
himself.
shotgun under my chin.
Come here, bro. Come on.
I mean,
Oh, spell
If you have
healing.
mana, just do expend for healing.
I don't know what to tell
We
you,
can
mate.
see if it works on me.
yourself?
Anyway,
Okay.
yeah,
Hickory.
Sustained damage.
Oh, I can take care of it.
You can take care of it. All right.
Yeah. Well, unless you want to see if this works, then I'll be on
It would
standby.
be best to test to see if the mana, if his healing does work. If it does not,
I can hear you after
well,
I get healed.
I will need you
Yeah,
to
that's
look
fine.
over me just in case there was some minor corrosion.
Of course.
Get everything set up. Is it broken?
This is the kind of training that Stitches and some of the other doctors were wanting, so I'm gonna try to be hands off for this.
How are you feeling, Alfred? I assume it worked?
You know, I'm gonna. Yeah, it hurt. It worked. It hurt.
And a 1, 2, 3.
Sure.
Do me a favor, because I've never done it with this many people before. I want you to close your eyes and be as calm as you can. Just relax your muscles. Okay?
It worked the first time for me.
Do your best. I believe in you. Okay.
Yeah, I should look back over those forged maintenance textbooks again.
He's smart. If you need help, let me know.
Cool.
I don't know how you work.
I don't know either.
Visualizing music. That's what synesthesia is like. Except it's not in this case.
I love that I can see him play and I know what the song sounds like, but it doesn't go this far out. I'm jealous. It's a very pretty song.
It just stays in the bubble.
Get injured and he can play for you too.
It's I mean, I guess he said
Waiting for him to go.
Are you okay?
to distract you.
What?
It's interesting.
Are you okay?
Yes.
Hi, Ione.
Okay.
Oh.
Hi? Oh, I fell. I didn't realize.
Yeah, you fell. Yeah.
You did
How long
fall.
have I fallen?
The bleach
Okay.
is
I was joking about falling so you could listen to music, just so you're aware. It was a
You could
joke.
easily fall through them.
The floor creeps up on the best of us.
There's another question for me.
Mobility is not inhibited. Corrosion seems
No.
to have been eradicated.
It's to die for.
Oh, yeah. Am I the only support that can't heal people with flesh?
Glad to hear.
Thank you, Ariel.
Anytime.
I can teach you.
Oh, well, that's,
Yeah.
that's
Maybe
good.
if you learn some
Oh,
first aid or whatever it's called.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not
Yeah,
first aid.
we're gonna take those lessons.
Yeah. So
but,
you
magically
technically
now.
can.
I think specialized
Maybe my
healing
arms might
would
be able
very
to
handy.
heal
really.
forged.
Darn. No tetanus shot to the brain just
Ostensibly, if you're specialized, it's a bit more focused. So
I would be happy to assist.
either it's quicker or more efficient on you or whatnot. Or you can use it on things that aren't us.
How bad did it look when I healed Offer?
Pretty rough.
I thought you killed him.
Yeah, you put a shotgun to
Oh,
his
no, it
back and
worked.
pulled the trigger.
I made sure it
How
was.
does it feel?
Kind
It
of
hurt.
you took to his head from
Did it
my
feel like
angle.
getting shot in the back?
Just
Yes.
Alright, yeah, huh.
But here's the good part. It heals from within. I made sure it works like that.
but it felt better afterwards. It's the initial hit that hurts.
So, is there like a
Alright.
safety mechanism to make sure you're on the right thing, or it's just like
For
a
our
switch?
three
Is it
max
just different
individuals who are going to be participating,
Mechanism?
Aim,
Yes, sir.
What?
you're going to be one, Milo,
Mind?
and Leon.
What do you mean safety mechanism?
What do you mean? What do you mean? What do I mean? Safety mechanism? Do you know how safety mechanism on that? Oh, never mind. Never mind.
good
So
luck.
if you're telling me if I just pull the trigger right now.
At the center, please.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
The safety is up.
Okay.
No. He means the safety between switching
Still a
between
shotgun.
the arms capability or
The shotgun.
You know. the shell's capabilities.
Do you always keep it loaded?
Oh.
No, I just unloaded it.
Oh, okay.
1 second, I gotta
That is good.
Wait, you're not supposed to.
You saw me load it, actually.
There and okay.
Good thing I trust you.
Did you not? When we were lined up in the middle.
I was focused on your targets.
Oh.
Never gonna be the same. It's not always gonna be positive.
I saw you on your shots.
Creature, they're gonna evolve into something
I try to be very careful with it.
something different. It's not always
Yes, that would be a big accident.
adapt to your enemy.
Think big is an understatement.
Simulation begin.
Good luck.
That's what training is
I don't
for.
see anything.
Figuring out what needs to be
Anything?
adjusted.
Eyes up.
Oh.
That one is a big shell.
Hey,
Probably
Oh.
can't get into its head.
Milo!
I'll keep this one.
That's crazy.
It looks
When did we
like
find this
it's
scared? I'm just gonna say, yeah.
kind
Oh,
of
what?
its weak point.
Okay. I'm so
I was
sorry.
feeling enough
I know it's just a
It's not
simulation, but...
functioning.
Did you hear what Hayden
A
said?
simulation that definitely hurts.
Yeah, he told us that
The
this
design
is
foci
a
is
new
drained.
combat data he retrieved.
It should not be.
Oh yeah.
I just replaced it earlier today.
What we're going to be fighting.
I think
Milo's
it's just
by
more
himself.
Wait,
You're
do
welcome
you
to.
use electricity or?
Pardon me.
You
I mean, Rue used electricity, didn't he?
You got this, Milo!
He never helped me.
I did not hear.
It happened again, Dickory. You are welcome to.
Did you? Did
We
it
have
physical
been over the
damage?
design and all of the components. It should not drain any more than it did in the prior iteration.
Oh, here.
Is it?
Oh.
No.
The only thing we have done differently is change the case to Magisteel.
Yes, that's what's concerning.
Maybe it's
This
absorbing
is
it
the
somehow?
12th design foci I've gone through.
Let them evolve.
It should not passively be sapping it, though.
It functions fine in combat. If anything, it has been operating better than it should be, but that is only based off the specs that the design foci have.
Maybe it has more of a draw of energy than expected. You have your core attached to it?
Oh, it is evolving.
No, it is
Wait,
not
you have
attached.
this made of Magisteel?
Good kick.
Yes.
That's probably why. It's probably more conductive in different ways, or conducting something different, maybe.
Don't
They're different than normal steel, right?
You literally flipped me off twice. Oh?
But it shouldn't
Like
be.
an alloy of an alloy.
Not. If that
The
was
cir-
true,
you can
it would
use them in the
be
circuits
sapping
yourself.
it from Bailey's arms or Leon's
Think you,
arms.
think you could use that
It would be
big
seeing
shell
the
as like a
same
bowl?
issues.
But their
Like a
stuff's
big
powered by
bowl?
their
What?
cores.
Or a sled?
This is just by a normal design focus.
Probably.
Assuming the
Just
creature
saying.
did not break down upon death like most magic
That's
beasts are
what I.
supposed
That's
to.
the only thing I can think of. But I don't know.
It'd certainly be.
Oh,
Th-
yeah.
th- 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 that's
You know
true.
what's fucked up about my morning?
Yeah,
Hi-
how's that?
Hi, Sevi.
I was training with the Warden General,
Hi, Savvy.
and he told me that
I'm
I'm going to have
sorry.
to also. I trained
Hey,
with
Savvy.
him, and then I was told I
Thank
was
you for looking over
training
at Scout.
Ares. And then
Yeah.
eventually he wants me to train with both him and Ares at the same time.
It has been a
Need to look at this
consistent
week.
issue
Right.
after attunement.
You got this.
I engage in training,
If I-
and then
I
it
don't make it back
drains
to the
of
dorms ever, assume I'm
power
dead.
shortly afterwards, regardless of how long the combat has gone on for.
I believe
Oh,
Leon
Leon
was just
is
trapped by his own arms.
Yeah.
Oh.
Got the power.
Perhaps he is
Yeah,
having
we're not
similar
powers.
issues to you.
Yeah, you had to get out. He was stuck to the ground.
If,
Well,
if
Professor
he's a
Clink
certain
seems to be
attack,
back.
his power drains, so it happens. It's just a natural thing that's happened.
No, mine shouldn't be doing anything like that. I didn't build it with those specifications in mind.
You never messed with Magisteel before, right?
It is only a casing, though. But there
I
are
gotta- Alright, here.
there's circuitry, of course.
I
But
think I'll see if they need help at the hospital.
this is an identical
For
design
assistance.
to the one that we did of regular
okay.
steel. The one that you went home to keep.
I'll see if I can catch up the paths
I
and
don't
see
know.
if you got
Magic's
it.
weird.
I'm just gonna run over
I've
to
not
That
been
is
able
certainly
to kind
true.
the office really quick. And
I've
call
not
them
really
in.
been able to wrap my head around it, to be honest.
I mean, if that is the only
See
thing
you
we
later.
feel is different, then it is a Magisteel
Good job.
question, and Professor Clink is back, so it's worth investigating.
Perhaps I should speak with them.
To act on that part evolving.
Got your ass kicked, Kane?
You good?
Not really my ass kicked, I
You
feel
need a
woozy,
checkup?
though. No,
I will go to ask Professor
I
Clink.
think I just cast a spell without meaning to.
Would you like to go next, Ru?
You wanna
Sure.
you wanna swipe some juice
Oh,
from me,
forget it.
dude?
Yeah. Who else is gonna be joining this assignment?
Professor Clink?
What? I'm like the battery now. Do you not know?
Just, you need to.
Join us, Scout.
Never mind.
I didn't know that.
Let's just put it over by the bleachers.
What almost forgot though.
Did he just say?
Axel has been here for quite a while.
This is coming
So,
up to the
Axel,
assignment?
come on.
I just realized what you might have heard.
It'll be your
I
second
said
time.
juice, like a juice box.
Okay. You know, actually,
What the hell happened here?
Evan, I want you to join.
Simulation. Like in like an hour, there's like a disaster. That would have occurred because of the witch I said. Simulation.
White carapace-looking creatures in pots.
Oh.
Acidic and a normal pot.
I thought I had this conversation with you before.
Probably something.
Interesting.
I'm okay. My legs might be a little
Everything alright?
corroded.
Yes.
Make sure they're fine.
Clean those off. Yes. So.
Well, water as fast as you can then.
Yeah, I got you. Wait, hold on.
A little bit of lack of sleep.
Of course I have water.
That aside.
Okay, I don't know. You're so big.
Fight out there, though.
You guys call
Thank
design
you.
foci. Design foci can come to some trouble because they require electricity, right? And Magisteel blocks it, right?
Yes.
Takes a lot more for things to go through. So basically, you're getting signal jammed.
Hell yeah.
Usually don't want to mix Magisteel with lesser ones.
The circuitry isn't using Magisteel inside the whirligig.
Is it?
I've noticed
is it
a
in
consistent
contact with it
issue
at any point?
after. Yes, to an extent. I
So when you're on
wish to note
combat, you
that
kind
it
of-
has only been after combat exercises.
Yes, so the reason why that is happening is because, you know, inevitably when you're in combat, things get rattled around, right?
Chomping at the bit as they
Yes, though I did not observe any issues after performing maintenance. Everything was seen as it should be.
It can be... Oh, God, how do I describe this? So,
If you
basically,
pass out, don't pass out forward.
when you are putting things through these sort of rigorous tests, sometimes there will be problems that you cannot see until, well,
Your skull will hit sideways.
you give it a try, right? And it's because things can go wrong on a much smaller scale than we can track, which is why it's good to, you know, try and foolproof things as much as you can. Actually, case in point on that. That's why I have these one set to different speeds. I'm testing to see which one would be the best one.
I see.
Oh, they're for consistency. But it's good that you
They are
have that
performing
information now. So far, I'm going
I've
to
already
be,
compiled a set of notes after I noticed the issue in the first place.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
From what I had observed so far, it has been experiencing increased power draw during combative situations, and then following that it drains extremely quickly.
That's not good.
White one, right?
I would likely only get around 30 seconds or so before it drains out entirely.
Notice it soon.
So what could be happening is that you might be getting either overcharge problems, or your circuitry is somehow coming into contact with the Magisteel and it's just draining it out because it's expecting, you know, more elements to come in. Something a lot stronger to conduct.
Is there any solution that you could propose for it? I do not wish to...
I would first propose to step back.
Of course.
That match outnumbered right now.
Yes, these ones are quite clever. So,
They're not yet.
it is a little bit tricky. I have seen a couple people pull it off before. Just bear in mind this might be a sort of always problem. There's only so much you can mitigate. You could try and wrap it in rubber, for instance, try and keep all of that power for itself as contained as you can. Eventually damage is going to happen regardless, but you can try and prevent it for as long as possible.
Axel is a bit too tall
Otherwise...
to easily maneuver.
Sorry, I'm just trying to keep an eye out.
Quick note for you. Are these using foci cells? Or design foci?
These are using design foci, yeah.
The moment that one gets close like you just saw, you see it kind of fiddle a little bit. Power goes down a bit. On contact.
Oh. Okay, I think something else is going on. You might be having some sort of ambient electricity drain going on right now. You might be draining from your own power source.
Thank you. I have not
This
experienced
one
any
is now-
issues like that.
Yeah, but you see how this one's starting to rotate around on one side now? It's actually drained from one of
Yes,
the
it is
power sources.
dimming out. Is that not expected?
No, no, it's not. I can actually tell. I have it. All of the information is beamed to my glasses right now, so I can tell.
I can hear it becoming a bit quieter compared to the other
Right,
two.
so yeah, let's see.
Oh, I did not need to hear it in pro. Oh, if you bring it close, then same case.
Yeah, I know. That's the point.
Yes, I see it.
Oh,
See?
yes, it is becoming quieter. That is not good.
You are draining. You are. I am not quite sure what is causing that. That's actually kind of interesting. How did you set up your foci exactly?
It is installed in some of the armaments that I have separate of the weaponry.
Yes, but what did you focus it towards? How did you calibrate
Thinking?
it?
Usually the comments to my
Thinking.
sister.
What are you trying to hypothetically reduce? Or perhaps absorb electric kind of elements from, say, pods in the wild? Was that some of your intention?
I mean, electricity has been annoying, but I had not had any intention behind it. I know that with attunement there can be quirks, but this is the first tangible proof of anything, if that is correct. I did not drain
Yes, no,
from
I'm,
the mechanical device out there,
Possibly.
but I did not
that-
touch it.
I'm not quite sure. This one didn't quite touch you either. It only got close. Oh, is that an emergency?
He is very heavy.
Okay, he's talking. He's talking. Either way, a lot of things could be happening. Could be some of the way that you were built. I have seen, Warforged have some unexpected, internal things sometimes.
I
It
have
has
been
things sort of in this
recovering
way.
more quickly than my sister after we've been doing combat exercises to drain our mana, but
I am not. So there is, in theory,
I overheard that they said they haven't been sleeping very well the past several nights, so they were already running on empty.
You take them to the just take them to the little pit room, get some.
You got it, or do you need some help?
place to sleep.
Well, let's see if I got it first.
I understand about bloodlines, but
And a 1 and a 2.
our mother is of moon and drow elf, or dark and moon elf heritage.
I'm very tired.
I do not know where that would come into play. Besides, I have attuned. I went with the wind core.
which is weird.
No, yeah.
That is really weird.
That way we can do a little bit of patch up on
Maybe you should have Soliloquy sort of take a peek under the hood, so to speak.
I think a soft bed better than
Just to make sure that it's not necessarily you, because it's good to narrow down things as much as you can, because I don't know right now if it's your arm,
Am I
your build,
malfunctioning?
or something both. I don't think it would be you malfunctioning, no. I would say that you're actually operating way more optimally than anyone anticipated. Sort of like an affinity.
I see. Understood. I will speak with Professor Soliloquy when I have the chance then.
General Lazarus, ready? I don't know if I should.
Very good.
Thank you for your tutelage.
You are very much
Thank you,
welcome.
Professor.
For what?
Having fun.
My sister is in the midst of a discussion. I don't know. Oh, she's
It has concluded.
They are distracted.
Thank you, Professor.
They are moving. They look.
I apologize.
I have not gone yet.
I'm sort of taking them on a rota run. Going to make sure that they actually work right in the field.
I will get my affairs in order.
Sorry, who's even going?
Well, in case it wasn't clear, these ones are flying, floating, maneuvering without a
No, I'm done.
magical foci. In other words, I am generating an energy-conservant flight system for Warforged. After the whole serial killer situation, I decided that the city wasn't safe enough. So I'm trying to give the means to keep it a little bit safer. If we had eyes in the skies, it would be a lot easier to, keep track of such a jerk.
By the way, do you have any tools that are able to tell the magical output of something, or if it is producing harmful byproducts like dirty mana?
Honestly, the hardest thing for me is focusing on the spells and fighting.
Technically, yes, but it's also not technically my field of expertise. But I do have tools which I supply to the person for which it is their expertise. You should probably speak to the magic teacher.
It is more just for seeing if there is anything on hand in case during a material trial working on. I have been working with material lately, and I have, now that I have the information I need, there is something I wish to try. It'll either not work, or it will work, or it will work, but it could also make things that are not good, so I want to be safe with it.
Good. Cover every sort of basis that you can. Especially if dirty mana is on the table.
Do you know about elemental quartz?
In what context?
Just what it's supposed to be and everything. Is the basis of what I am seeing is happening, because nobody has ever tried it before.
Harnessing things around me. Is trying to think of another set of runes to help increase potency.
I suppose my mind is set onto 3 different things that could be what you're talking about anyway.
Sorry. Because it is something that grows around casting foci inside of...
Oh, that kind of quartz. I wasn't sure if it was CURT quartz, like a crystal, or... Gotcha.
Because
okay.
Of the fact that it grows around casting foci inside of those deposits, I feel like there is likely properties that have not been explored before because it is not a casting focus. I was working with
I would highly recommend...
And when they are chipped, they effectively disperse into their respective element, which means that they can output magic, and as far as I can tell, they do not. The 2 instances did not result in any problematic residue. But since it is adjacent to a casting core, what would happen if you put a rune onto it? It breaks down into dust when it expels its element, but what if it could still redirect it the same way, but on a one-time basis?
Easily encoded.
Giving people a means to allow others to hold certain abilities in reserve without using up the space on their core.
It depends on how you harvest it, it depends on how you implement it, it depends on how you hand it off to another person, but ultimately, this is definitely something you should consult with the, I apologize again. Any of the core specialists.
That was why in class I asked about...
Because I have seen...
Because I can see the theory. I can see the theory. I could build the theory. I do not necessarily work with those crystalline structures. I get them nice and handy and perfect to me.
Well, to a certain extent, it is also my other ideas if I better understand the elemental properties to each one of them. Perhaps I could improve or tune the properties of Magisteel more specifically to the element of which it is going to work with.
For instance, you make an area of effect rune.
I could.
Offensive, you must be quite
Also, the next fight has someone with a gun, so you won't.
runes that consist of a double-edged sword may boost your agility, for instance.
But I wanted to know where would be a good safe place to run the trial because I am going to get the runes
You must balance a
figured out for my healing spell, and then I was going to try to see if I could apply it onto a corpse, and if it worked, it would effectively be a one use that somebody could have on them.
With, from what I've been told, there is no...
I have a gut instinct on what I want to say, but the problem is that because I don't work with these crystallines, I do not know what you're technically needing to protect against fully, so consult them. Or I'm expecting. Again, this isn't my my rodeo. But if you get the consultation and the recommendations and get everything written down, I can try and set up a space. Or maybe they'll have a space for all I know.
ice magic, and users who've made use of it over the years may find knowledge there. And of course, your own inventiveness.
Understood.
I like your arm, by the way.
Simulation, begin. The C-class magic beast.
Oh, you like Rosie?
Oh my god. Bigger than expected.
That is where I wanted to. That's why you see me using armament.
Oh, we're going to be dealing with bullet ricochet.
And notice that it empowered itself with ice over its body as well as protected itself.
It is good that Felix kicked underneath it, otherwise he could have broken his leg.
I don't like observing for these ones.
Deadly, and what they utilize, we may also take from and implement to destroy them. You are right to do so.
I'm wondering, is it... As I know, cold naturally saps strength from people. Does it also do that to magic beasts as well?
It can.
Your support is
Yes.
primarily a gunner.
But it depends on the magic beast, of course.
Or if it's an ice, I doubt it would.
Felix, keep an eye on that small one behind you.
Oh dear. Oh, that's not good.
Oh, they're both evolving. Felix, it's about to ram you.
I think he's overcharging. Try to get behind and aim for the legs. They're not as armored. Bailey, understand Felix as much as you can. Keep it focused on you two.
Give me your space, Isaac. Increase Isaac.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Isaac, behind you!
Isaac!
As much as we can.
Isaac, you're getting bit!
This is a bit more intense than the last couple.
They have ramped up.
It's just like the keep. The more knowledge you get from people taking it beforehand, the
Good, Isaac, get the other side.
T keeps going up.
This magic beast has multiple weak points.
Of course it does.
It is less armored around the joints, its legs, its underside.
It's like the reptilian ones are fast, but they're thin, meaning with enough force in the neck, you could probably deal a lot of damage.
Oh. That's what he was going for.
Hit their neck somehow.
And if you hit their legs, they lose all their
They
mobility.
have a lot
They're
of
only
force
strength.
behind that neck.
Felix.
Yeah, that thing's clamped onto his shoulder.
Good. The joints in the underbelly are less armored than the rest of it.
Felix, up here now! We were getting spread out. It's fine though. Readjust.
This one primarily lunges with bites and slashes. Its neck is a weak point. It's long and has intense blood pressure. If you can rupture it, it'll bleed out.
Got it. Okay, let's
So if you let it lunge its head out and strike, you can try and strike it while it's still exposed.
Yes, but they're still inexperienced.
The neck is always a weak point if it has an exposed joint to it.
that you moved.
No
I don't
different
feel so
than
safe
hunting.
over here anymore. Just gonna.
They will not attack us. They are constructs.
No, I think I'm taking it. On fire.
Oh, yes. Professor Dusk has that accounted for.
Nice, he took it down.
Professor, what are those things levitating around you?
Oh, these? Those what I was,
Yeah.
sorry, lack of sleep. These are what I was working on for so long. Decided that the city wasn't safe enough. And that certain warforged could get perhaps an upgrade. These are floating without any form of casting core. It's all just clever polarity. Right. So basically, imagine if you had an eye in the skies during that whole serial killer debacle. Would have probably been a bit easier.
Definitely would have been helpful. Just now,
Sorry, was it fast enough?
it's been taken care of. At least now it'll be safer being protected a little bit more. I just hope something like that doesn't happen again.
It would be nice if that was the case. Every once in a while, there is some crazy person, though. Hello, Scott.
Hello, Professor Clink.
You're quite fond of Lily.
It is moving. It keeps catching my attention.
Actually, could you let Professor Reginald know I'm gonna take a walk around town? I'll be back if he's looking for me. I said I would be waiting here, so.
Alright. I don't know where Reggie is, but I will do so.
He's in the clinic last time I checked. But
Oh,
he
gotcha.
said he would meet him here, so.
You must look away. I must.
Hello. Yeah, it was what I've been working on for so long. We're on a rotary test. Well, rotary locomotion, basically seeing how they do in the wild with 3 different clock speeds. You can tell. Rosie's the fastest, Lily is mid-range, and Julie is quite slow.
Very well.
Trying to see if there's any kinds of problems that might come about. Won't actually make much of a difference when they're bigger. It's just a question of how much energy I can get away with.
I uploaded new combat data. And what were your research on the scout mission?
Welcome back.
So please keep an eye on that.
Yep. And I'm well on the task that God just gave me.
You need people, let me know, Deckering. I'd be happy
It
to help.
was successful.
That gunner just packs a punch.
It is late in the day.
Thank you, Evan. I try. There will be other opportunities too. Doesn't mean just for today.
Welcome back, Professor.
Thank you.
If you're still willing and still want to spar, we can do something later on. If that's okay with you.
Understood.
Very well then. Due to times right now, campus will be closing soon. Please.
That is true.
As expected.
Put this away.
It's okay, Professor. I think there's just one thing I wanted to test out.
Oh well.
Today, was hoping
You're being
to grab
dismissed from
data,
campus.
but I don't think you'll be here on time.
Oh, alright.
Yeah, it'll be closing soon.
Right.
If you get a swab or even just a rag or anything and just wipe off the excess of her blood. And in about 30 seconds to maybe a minute with incisions like that, it'll be as good as new.
Noted. I will wait for you outside.
Understood.
And they took notes, but I'll tell you directly just so you know. So unlike the right forearm, where it's more centralized, venom sac, the left forearm, the venom sac is a little more up close to the elbow, or where it's touching. So it would be right about here, whereas for the right, it would be
We always do.
Hi.
Hello.
Lunali.
Oh.
Pass, I have a requisition I wanted to make for the next step of my research that I've been doing. I need to get a
What
few
would it be?
pieces of light quartz. I've worked with water and fire. The next thing I need to work on is based off of the magic I already know.
Should be doable. Get it to me in writing, and I should be able to assist you.
Okay.
And if you can write out what you plan to do with it, so we have on record of why we're giving it out.
Apologies for the delay.
I will make sure to do that.
There was no delay.
Incidentally, just
Very good.
because this one might be the results could be a bit more flashy than the previous two. Is there somewhere that can be, I guess, worked on behind it? Protection, or in worries of if there's any unexpected magical reactions?
Most likely, the engineering bay, I think, would be a fairly good place for
Yes.
Okay.
it. It
There
has
are
solid walls.
ice shields and face shields and solid walls if it gets that big.
It shouldn't be too big.
Heavy
but
coats.
I need to finish. I need to finish applying what was taught in class before I can start on this, anyways. But it is. If this works, I am hoping it can be applied to the field. Because the microscope worked out quite well. Which shows they need to study.
I would do it in the engineering bay.
Okay. Incidentally, just in
Very
case.
good.
Yes.
As far as I'm aware, the other times that it has exhibited its outpouring of its element, it didn't result in any harmful byproducts, but just in case, is there a way to detect that we have on campus?
It's quite a specific ask.
I don't believe it should produce
Let me give it a
anything
little
like
bit
that,
of thought.
but just in case, I want to be able to monitor for that.
There might not be a way to detect, but potentially a way to protect yourself if it does happen. I will look through some equipment we have and see what could be best for you.
Okay.
I went to check with Clink. He's rather familiar with them.
I had asked him, and he said that it was more of a talk to the magic and core teachers, so.
Interesting. Okay.
But
There are
regardless,
some instruments that can do something of the like, but I need to figure out what would best apply to
Well,
this.
I guess
case.
to just I'll get it in more writing, but because it's a material that grows around specifically casting foci within ore deposits, I am trying to explore the extent of what this relationship between the materials are. And while it is likely, if it works the way I am hoping it might, one use, whereas a core is reusable, a quartz could be one time. So once I have completed the runes for my first spell, I wish to see if I can replicate the effects as a one-use crystal. If so, there could be spells formulated for that specific purpose, and augment the supplies that Wardens could take into the field.
Worthwhile?
Hence,
I will
my
definitely
worry
see
is
what I
that
can help you with.
because it is not explicitly a casting foci, that there is the possible worry that such reactions, if successful, could result in dirty mana. So I want to be able to confirm whether or not it would do that. When it is breaking down into its element on its own, it does not appear to. But I do not know if that would change if it is
I have
a
to
controlled
find
release.
out intensity reader that can. Maybe if that react.
Regardless, I will clarify in more writing.
Huh.
But that is why I'm starting with a spell that's intent is to help rather than to harm, so that if it does go awry, the likelihood of it exploding is
Doesn't blow you the hell up!
minimal.
Yes.
But face
Very
protection
good.
might be good. It might get very bright.
Get one of those welder masks.
But I probably won't be ready to start until at minimum next week, so there is time. Thank you.
Very good. I look forward to your results.
Lunali, I must give warning. The reporter is asking for baby pictures. Hide while you can.
Baby pictures? Why?
Baby pictures. Well, Uriel's mother was here, and because of a thing...
Oh my god,
somehow one of the military people brought in a reporter, and now they might do a piece on all of us. Hey, Rue, careful of the reporter.
Fortunately,
She might want our baby pictures.
Fortunately, I do not have any. That would be if they found my parents.
Who's your reporter?
I doubt they would be able to stop them.
Is you that guy?
No. No.
I don't take naps.
Captain does.
Red hair.
Captain takes naps.
Captain does. Captain naps a lot.
Do you know if,
Captain naps
do you know if Professor Klink's still up at the school?
I have not seen him leave, so yes, he's probably still in there. Would you like me to ask for him?
He's not too busy. He's got a visitor.
Do I have any?
You said from...
Runewald.
You said from Runewald? I think the little one's name is Boots?
Okay. I'll go find him.
I want to see test of those later.
Professor
I'm going to go.
I mean, I'm testing them now.
Professor
Hi.
Clink, there's somebody asking for you outside. There's a small little...
I'm not asking you to. Have fun.
There's a visitor
What was
for
that?
you outside. They're from Runewald. Their name is Boots, and they wanted to see you.
Boots?
Boots is here. Oh, we have to go. We have to go.
They're right outside.
Wait, which outside?
Right here.
Wait, I mean, does Boots even remember me? I didn't talk to them nearly as much as
Time
Down
Braggy is going to be talking to him about him.
They're down there.
How are you doing?
Hello.
Did you enjoy the trip?
Thank you, hon.
The response when I said
took a nap, but
that
he's
was
lying. Don't
Boots
think
is
about it.
here. But
Oh
like
my
way
goodness, I
louder
don't think we have to
because
lie
I
about
can't
something
shout.
like
It's
that.
really hard.
So you were
I know.
protector.
Also, I
Yeah.
talked to
She-
Valdris about the thing. He said
You're
just
the
Launched out for us the
where
whole
but
trip.
it's up to me to make my
Oh,
own
I
call,
believe it.
I
He kept
will
you safe.
think about it and talk
Absolutely.
to him, but I also got maybe soft approval
Anyway,
for my next project. I
This
just have to
is
put it
Rosie.
in writing.
This is Lily, and
And if
that
it works,
is
it
Jimmy.
might even be something that helps you.
I designed that with jellyfish.
Very interesting. I'll look forward to it then.
What's a jellyfish?
Jellyfish is
Also,
an
those
aquatic
things
creature
are
that
really
moves
distracting.
and
They
is
keep
shaped in a
moving
manner
around,
just like
and I
this.
just keep wanting to, like,
Yeah,
poke
it
them
is a
while
change
they're
anyway,
moving
so-
around.
Basically no brain, but lives
Well,
forever.
what are they?
They're little flying drone things.
Excuse me for
I
one
think
moment.
they
That sounds
have,
like forever.
like cameras
The
in
design
them so
after
they
it.
can be seen through.
Hey, careful with your language.
But they're really distracting because they look very sparkly and shiny and they move really nice. And when they're near me, I just get the urge. I just want to, like, bat at them.
Evidently.
It's really
Did you know I used to tease your mother a little bit that way?
Oh, well, he's much more responsible. What about you? Do you have a potty mouth?
Take something bright and shiny. We were best friends. We picked on each other.
It's okay if you
She knows I'm incredibly ticklish. As do you.
Yeah. But regardless.
It's okay every once in a while.
They're
So long as we're ready to
they're
people who
really,
can
I just
move
like, I just want,
Yeah. But sometimes there's just situations where you kind of just need to use appropriate. Hello, Lunali.
I think,
Oh, she's been doing it all day.
Back in Runewald, huh?
Oh, yes, true. How is Runewald doing?
How's Elijah and everybody?
It's been pretty good. Everybody's just kind of hanging out and doing stuff.
I'm glad. They're not yelling at each other too much, are they?
Only sometimes.
You
Did
still
they
giving
finally
Elijah all that
install
butter?
safety rails?
yeah, sure.
Maybe.
Darling.
I never love.
Oh, yeah.
those things are really distracting. They keep flying around and really intense. I know, right?
Oh, sorry. Habit. Instinct.
See what I mean? See what I
If
mean?
it helps, if you bite them, they're going to give you a nice clean zap.
Rough.
Hi, I'm Arlo.
Hi, my name is Boots.
Hi, Boots. It's nice to meet you. I haven't met like a kid in a long time. This is awesome.
Yes, this is Boots from Runewald.
Oh, hi, Boots from Runewald. I'm Arlo from Reinhold. I'm Arlo from Reinhold.
Wait, that's a weird way to say Reinhold.
I'm learning.
He has a way of
instructor,
introducing himself that
I
is a little bit long.
have a question for you.
All right.
It's okay though.
If I were to show you a thing, could you tell if it was Magisteel or not?
Yes, I could.
Okay. Can I show you a thing and you tell me if it's Magisteel or not?
Sure. I have a sneaking suspicion that if you're even asking, probably is. What gave you suspicions of that?
Well, I scratched the paint off right here, and now there's these red glowy bits, but the metal actually isn't hurt.
Yep. Congratulations. I have no idea how you got this. You should probably check the source of where. Where did you get this?
From my father in Greeden. I might...
It's from Reinhold.
Yeah, from Reinhold. I'm carrying a national secret.
Arlo.
It would probably be more secret if you didn't say it.
That's okay, I can keep it secret. Don't worry,
Well,
I
it's
won't
not, I
tell
don't care
you.
about for you guys. It's not a matter of you guys. I'm not worried about you all. I'm worried that Greeden knows I have it. Because if they know I have it, Doppler's gonna come kill me.
City.
Here's the thing. We won't say it.
Are they cool?
In my opinion, yes, but I don't know if it's the cool that you're wanting.
I mean, are they friends of Greeden? Because that's really the big issue.
I I think that Boots would try to be friends with everyone.
I don't
That's
know
valid.
what a greeting is.
It's a bad place.
But Bang told me that it's a city.
A lot of places are bad.
It's particularly bad.
There are a few other worse
Is it
places.
like is it like as bad as a burnt biscuit?
I can think of literally 0 other worse places.
Raiden.
Greetings in Raiden.
Raiden itself.
Well, there.
Oh, you know.
I'm sure it will work out just fine.
You need a hug. You're getting a hug.
Oh, thank you, Lunali.
Oh, it's hug time.
Thank you, Boots. This is very comforting, actually. This is making it a lot better.
Yay.
Nice.
Support power.
Okay, I'm gonna go take this off now. I'm gonna
I would
go.
suggest giving it another coat of rust.
I'm gonna put it under the press and turn it into something else so no one knows what it is.
I mean, that works. That works.
Yeah.
Make sure there's nothing else inside of it first.
It goes under the press.
You don't think there is a.
Could be.
Oh.
I would certainly check before you put it in the press.
Never know.
Yeah, have a look at that.
Like
Don't
the
want the
little
cord
marble
exploding
that's
in
on
the
your
press.
back. It's pretty.
Who knows? There could be multiple.
It's not a marble. It's a lollipop.
Oh. Even
Do you want one?
Do you have extra?
I have like 1, 2, 5.
Yes. This is the best day ever.
Boots frequently makes it the best day ever. Boots, I want you to know, Reinhold is my home and it will always be the best. But you make it really hard.
Well, if Bang says that it's possible I could end up coming here. Cause I'm gonna be a warden, so I don't know if I'll come here or if I'll go to the other place.
I see. Well, wherever you want to go. But if you do come here, I might be your teacher.
I don't know.
Oh. Boots.
I wish I knew which one that they went to.
Are you averse to cooties, Boots?
What's a cootie?
Oh, well, jolly good. I have a boyfriend.
You have a boyfriend?
This is you. I do. Do you want to meet him?
You kiss?
Sometimes.
Oh my goodness. That's really a boyfriend.
Well, actually, when you put it that way, yeah.
Yeah, let's go find him.
All right.
My way.
Well, I think you guys come all this way out anyway.
The festival.
Alright.
Yeah, it's coming up.
Did you fall asleep again?
Things have been kind of hectic at once,
Oh yeah?
Get your face.
I have a sucker.
Everyone went out that way.
Oh.
Good.
That's
Even
okay.
for Professor Angel.
That's okay. I have a sucker. It's delicious. I am happy. good day.
The other ones, like, they introduced, like, we introduced, but I was the only one that gave their name. So.
Verifying some details, getting your testimony on something. That's all.
That many weeks? Huh. What do you think?
I'm used to seeing things like Forge and things like that, but then I'm also used to seeing like Bang.
A difference between just putting more into it and like this. It's like it's an amplification.
But there are people out here.
No, he's doing it now because he can't use his well of vocabulary in front of his parents.
Anyway.
Just give me shit.
I knew it.
Not yet, Dave. Not yet. However, he will be coming. I will confirm this. He is coming during the festival arc. But yeah, I was going to say, Tree is correct on that front in that his appearances have to be very measured because he is a special NPC.
Yep, that'll do it.
And has very critical things that I can't just, do randomly.
I love a lady that can crush my
He's
eyes.
also incredibly powerful too, so him being in the area during certain events could very easily trivialize upper things. So I would only ever have him appear when there's not something that he can solve just by existing.
Is Reginald up by the academy?
I am not sure where he is. What happened?
I'll be alright, Warden. Don't worry.
You do not sound alright. It is okay to express if you are unwell.
I'll be okay.
Is
I
it
promise. I'm about to get checked right now.
That's to be decided, but if you could check if Reginald is there ahead of us.
Understood.
Appreciate it.
You know, a little bribery doesn't go wrong down the road with the security over there. You know, it's just like, because you know they hate the bland food that we are given as much as we do. So.
Osiris, is Reginald inside?
Last I saw, yes. I left him in the clinic.
Lazarus says he is okay, but he clearly is not, and he wants to see Reginald. But he won't. He is being, as we say in the field, very stubborn.
Let's go check the medical bay.
Okay.
Oh, I know.
You alright, Scout?
I'm saying that I've seen.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Professor Reginald. Apparently,
seems like a
he's
few people are
talking
gonna
to
be.
Professor Braggy.
Well, the general's about to be in here too, and they're also probably
His name's Asha.
It's gonna be quite a busy day.
That is.
Can I help you with
Wait,
anything?
why?
That is all.
Yes.
In that case, we can talk about that.
He will not say he says he is fine, but I think he is not fine because he was doubled over coughing.
I'm going to trust you with this.
Oh, okay.
Oh, believe me, if things go sideways, I'll tell you to turn them into a paste.
I kind of have something pretty important for you.
Alright,
can I help you?
Come on in.
No, I need to talk to Professor Reginald. I'm sorry.
Okay then.
It's private.
I know, he's so important.
Well, I am his second, so if you ever feel comfortable enough to share, I'd listen.
I see.
I know there's something a testing we're doing.
But he has to be more important than me. Because I
Really quick.
more than anything in the world.
I did do something in between our other talk. I asked the hospital to send a bit of scheduling, which I shall forward to you, and you can just choose one of these schedules. Or, well, what we've been talking about.
Well, we have to disagree with each other. Makes it sporting. Hello, Lunali.
I returned because I needed to find Reginald for Lazarus, because Lazarus is doing that thing that people do when they're really stubborn about not admitting that they're probably not okay.
Emotionally or physically?
Probably physically, because he was doubled over coughing when I found him, and then he was like, I'll be fine, candidate, except he clearly wasn't. But he's in there now, so it's okay.
Good job.
I really don't like it.
You would be surprised how many wardens don't want to. Yes, right. It is annoying. We have the resources. They expire. Might as well use them.
Also, I talked to Paz and let him know a little bit about what I was planning. He wants it in writing, but he finds it interesting. And it might be
the power move.
They thought that you might be the one to go to about the detection tools, but I think it is just a overall group effort of getting everything needed for maximum safety.
Most likely, yes. To my knowledge, Paz isn't exactly the core person. He's more on the ancient relics sort of side.
He has the materials that I need, so I needed to go to him.
So you have to go down a laundry list to get everything that you need,
and
huh?
Also, Professor Drea was there too, and she is the core person. So she heard it too.
I mean, that works out.
And she didn't say no, that was a dumb idea, so that's progress.
I mean, if she doesn't think it's a bad idea, then power to us, I guess. Oh, goodness. I don't want to keep you guys hold up here. I don't know how long he's gonna have that conversation, and it looks like that one's lining up for an operation. Which
What's
I
the
might have
call,
to help
boss?
with.
What else is there to do?
Probably a lot. Reinhold's a big city.
There's a lot of really cool people in Reinhold.
I think we go do some other stuff, and then we meet your boyfriend after he's done meeting people.
Sure, sounds like a plan. I'll try and find you both once he's free.
We'll be around.
Simon!
Yes.
Yes,
I'll
sir?
give you an escort out.
Did you see Osiris?
He walked into the gym with Mr. Braggy.
Also, Boots, the sucker was really good. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
You are.
This is the canine I was speaking of. This is Asha. See, they can get quite big.
I know not the language to use for it yet.
I understand. Once you get your words put together, I'm available.
Thank you.
I learned something about myself today that I may have to work on making a little bit more strict spells. Because I believe I can.
Oh, Professor
amplify
Dusk,
my
quick question.
spells, but
When
I don't
you
have
are
the mana
encoding the
capacity
spell
to
in
Yes.
the core,
right now.
do you have to wait until the week of getting it fully set in before you start testing if it's working properly? Or are you able to test it?
Normally,
When we start practicing with them, hopefully you can figure out your
you
spells.
can test it as you go. Normally, a basic ruin is about a week before it is engraved fully.
But you can somewhat tell the difference even earlier than
Studying
that
and
to let
practice,
you
I
know if
recommend
you are
practicing a little bit
on the
on
right
like
track.
marbles or something. You'll
You can practice with it, yes.
Good. That is helpful for getting
If you
ready
go into
for
the store, there are these
tests
little
next
colorful
week.
balls.
I have
Usually meant to play
things to
games,
write
but
up.
you can also use them to practice etching.
Thank you.
Like, Chad,
I wish
right?
you luck.
Like,
Look
buy a
forward to
couple,
what you
play with
make.
a couple, and like practice on some others.
We'll do this.
I'll help during the week too, because I don't want to just start engraving on my core. That sounds terrifying.
If make mistake, how correct?
That's the big problem. Is making a mistake like that is pretty
On
tough.
your core
I
or
said you-
otherwise?
On your core.
From what it sounded like, because of how lightly you are actually supposed to be pressing in onto the core surface, you are effectively smoothing out the area that it was engraved on to create a smooth contour so that there is no direct presence of the rune there, because it is mostly just lines and other relatively thin engravings. It is durable enough that you can
Definitely.
handle it, but if you were to do that constantly with, I guess, lack of regard for the core, you could eventually damage it. Which is why I recommended the marble technique, because if you make a mistake, more than likely it is going to shatter or fracture. But a core will not do
I know.
that.
Are we talking about etching and
Yes.
encoding?
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out if there, for those who are a little nervous about it, there are ways I could try to teach them techniques because a lot of it is the same fundamentals as gem faceting. And that's my thing I do. My recommendation to
At the
people
very
is
least, I
if
was
they-
thinking about
if they wish to
putting
test.
together some sort of jig to hold it in place, make it easier to work on.
Having hands
that'd
free,
be a good
not in
idea.
your hand, is a good step. There's some decent clamps you can use for that, but for practicing getting steadiness of
Maybe
hand of
a magnifying
engraving
glass.
those shapes.
Why are you faster?
I need a. I need to go talk to that person. I think. At least I'm curious enough to ask.
But
Perhaps I'll ask for some assistance this week if you don't mind.
If you are wanting
Bye,
to, I
Ethan.
recommend buying a bag of small glass marbles. I found that they're good for practicing the steadiness of hand because if you slip, they're more likely to fracture or shatter. So if you
I'm not so worried about the steadiness of hand, but definitely the practice could do well.
But it is how I got my hand a bit steadier before I started working on actual gemstones. That was how Mom taught me. But if there are people that wish to practice, I can set up something during the week to give people a chance to work on stuff, and I can give them tips on technique. Because there are different ways of holding it that can make it easier to do certain patterns or pressures. It's a lot like drawing in a way, but a little bit more permanent. Fortunately, though, it looks like there's a way to erase it. The only thing is that everybody will have to do it eventually on their own. I asked if it was possible, if someone was really unsure, if someone else were able to engrave for them. They said it would not result in it working because of the bond between the user and the core. So, even if it is a perfect replica of what someone else is doing, just the act of someone else doing it can change what it does. Ever so slightly. But for those who are worried about the fact it's embedded in them, if they get something to copy their movements, that might get around that problem. So I'm mostly worried about Marcus and the fact it's literally in his head.
Yeah, that's a bit of a problem.
He would have to engrave it backwards, unless he had some sort of thing to basically almost like draw on paper, and the tool would copy his movements with the stylus onto the core itself. But it may also help people that are
Not the most mechanically minded,
neither
but
am
it seems possible.
I have the idea, but the idea of how to actually make it is well beyond me. So I hope if people want that they can ask someone who's better with their hands in that way.
Very well.
But yeah, if you want help, just find me over the week. I'm gonna be engraving my healing magic onto it over the week so I can prepare for an experiment that I have with the quartz.
Probably a good idea. Start getting practicing now.
She has some, like, like those, like, kind of like little crystals and gems that you would find in, like, gift shops at, like, natural sciences museums. She has, like, a small supply of those that she could easily, like, make a little gem for them or something. Like, the really kind of, like, cheap quality ones, but if you have a good hand, you could still make them look really pretty.
At least is what I was told.
Why here?
Yes.
Uh-oh. Oh, yeah, you went somewhere there, I think. I'm too sure. I'm not that busy. We hang out in the festival. In the festival.
Bye, bye.
Sounds good. That is unless I end up, like, either dropping dead.
Dude, I know the fucking scene you're referring to, Nightclub, and I hate you for saying that, because now I'm, like, that scene came to my mind, and it's really gruesome, and I'm like, ugh, fuck. Except he's not trying to cut out his eye, he's just trying to make it pretty.
That is the first time I've seen his mask red. I wonder if that is like him blushing.
Next week. Oh, sir.
Yes?
Where is Mira?
I haven't seen Mira in a while. So she still might probably be by the
I'm gonna try to get a shot eye.
By all means.
I'll see you, Arthur.
Yeah. Hey, before you go.
Yeah?
Want to get coffee again?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I'll probably talk to you about it.
Is
burn.
It's probably based on how long it's been in there. It might be alcohol.
Motherfucker can't handle it.
Hi. Oh!
You can do it. You can do it.
It burns in the wrong way.
Start over.
Motherfucker.
I
can't handle his Dr. Pepper. What do you want from me? Leave me alone.
Dr. Pepper is
Is the festival
the king of drinks.
Festival, or is it one day?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, don't drink the stuff out of the vending machines.
In the hospital specifically.
You are such a weak.
Hater, do you know what the festival is, or is it just not tonight?
It should be starting
could not tell you.
around this, but then it'll be
I-
for the next couple
yeah.
weeks. It's still in the very
Is there anywhere in
early
particular we're
months.
supposed to
It's
go
throughout
for
the
it?
entire month, so they may still be extending
The
preparation.
bigger festivities
That's fair.
really don't start till
Then
the end of it.
we
so
can
it's
head over
mostly
there and get a
people
fucking
start
drink.
arriving.
Let's open the bar.
Also, school going alright today?
I learned the thing I need in order to do my experiments.
Experiments?
I am
Experiments.
I am experimenting on something soon that will either work
I
really
see.
well,
Well, I wish you.
or really weirdly. I'm hoping for the latter. Whichever one is
Former,
yes.
I don't know,
Also,
weird can be good.
Weird can be good.
Not in this context, but also.
Is it like either works or it explodes sort of
He's
situation?
very upset. He sounded really kind of mad, and he was looking for Mira, and then he went like walking off that way.
Wait, what?
He said where he asked Arthur where's Mira, and then he went storming off.
Oh, that's not good. I don't know, but
okay.
You guys.
Last I saw her, she was at the harbor.
How much
district,
alcohol
so
percent? I'm
I
curious.
would go there.
that way. The falcon drink. Or was it the Beppis? I
was the
don't know.
Beppis?
Oh.
Do you
Hello,
need water?
physically. I don't know. You know those vending machines in the
What are
in the
these?
hospital? Oh.
Oh, hi. Yes, it's an experiment I'm doing, but I have to like go. Yeah, you can have my water skin. Drink that.
Oh, thank you. You are a lifesaver.
He was over there. On
Man,
the bench.
cringe can't handle the fucking 8-year-old Dr. Beppis.
You want to try it next? You try
Sure.
it next.
I'll do it. You know how much fucking alcohol is in those things by this point? That must be crazy.
It's not the alcohol. I don't know what it is, but it's not the alcohol.
The funk. The pure funk of it.
I'll go talk to him. Give me a sec.
Doesn't want to be binded to me. I see. Oh well. My partner hates me.
We're binded as battle buddies.
Is there something wrong? He's just sounded like he
Tying
really
fate
wanted
to
to
me
find her.
very much.
I just think there's some history that they're worried about. Don't worry about it too much.
Hopefully it wasn't bad to tell them
Yeah,
about that.
really danced once. It was fun though.
I don't think it'll be.
I don't. I've never danced in a city. I danced a few times in the wasteland. Sometimes when
I
you're by
never
the fire
really
and
put
alone.
much stock in the legends and such.
That's fair.
Arlo,
I've never
you
been to a
look
festival
really
before, so this is gonna be
comfortable.
exciting. Thank you. I feel super comfortable.
Also, what
Dick
are you
Ray picked
going
it out.
to do to the shields? You said you were going to make them different.
I'm going to give one to Clink so that they can study it, and I'm going to change the other one so it doesn't have a Cretan logo on it.
Okay.
Hope you're alright after everything before.
I'm gonna go get some ingredients for cinnamon
well.
rolls.
Someone I need to go talk to.
You have fun baking that.
Yeah. They'll be there tomorrow morning.
Yes, please.
Thank you.
I like it when he makes sweets. They are good.
Yeah, he makes them really good. How are you doing, Iku?
Ikulila feel better.
Feel
Well, that's good.
better?
Any particular reason?
Why were you feeling sad?
Sad. Ikulila feel sick. Not sad.
Okay.
No, feel sick.
That's good. Sick is not fun.
Yeah, not really. Good that you're feeling better.
What? What are you looking at?
Think Mal have headache.
Oh. Unfortunate. Do you know why you are feeling sick, though?
Venom in arms.
Oh.
Not being trained in while.
I did not know that you had venom in the first place. How is it supposed to be drained? He has a headache.
Hello.
It's fine. Echo, I had a question slash a request. Because I've been trying to connect with my dark core, and one of the pressers let me know that being underwater with a dark core is actually helps a lot, specifically at night. So I know that you go out over there at some point. I was wondering if you could help me out with that. But I do not want to be there alone in case, something happens, I drift off. A rock hits me, I don't know, something.
Can swim.
I can swim.
So these are the things that caused him death. Unfortunate.
Come talk to you at some point. Because of different, but throughout the week, next week. But I'm just letting you know.
Ikulila understand. Will help.
Thank you so much.
Hello, Kane.
Okay. Okay. It's getting close, pretty late though, so I should probably maybe hang towards the...
Relatively soon. You still have a little bit of night before it's night.
How are you doing, Ray?
Feel better. How are you?
I'm doing okay.
Good to hear.
I cannot tell if this one is expired. He probably wants a better one.
I didn't know there were vending machines here.
There are.
Sport. I've been told that sport is pretty good.
Lighted fire under their asses.
This one isn't expired, it'll make you feel better. Cause you said the one you had was dangerous. I checked. It's not expired.
Thanks. Thanks, Lunali.
Also, hi. I talked to the people and
Oh, dear.
they explained some stuff, but I said before, everybody deserves something beautiful. So if you want pretty things, I can make you pretty things. And
Right.
it should be my choice, and I want to make people smile. Including you, because you look like you are sad right now.
I'm just thinking about past business, that is all. But when it comes to that matter, understand that we are working together in the future.
Okay.
We're getting your gems, and expecting good service from you. If you do well with the tools you have, I'm willing to invest as well, for the sake of having Kargak make you more specialized tool.
I am very good at what I do. It is good stuff.
Of course.
And
Of course,
there
my
is
dear.
stuff that is causing you to feel sad. I hope it gets better. Because it is never fun to feel that way.
It never is. It never is, especially for a long time, but
Especially memories.
seeing how things go, pretty sure things will be solved in the future. Do not have to worry your head about that, dear.
I understand.
You will do me a favor and stay safe yourself. Keep working on being a warden.
That is the goal. I had a purpose for coming there, and I am getting closer to it every day. Even if I still don't
That's good.
understand why I am the way I am. Being a warden made it more complicated.
Exactly makes it complicated. Something happened?
I wanted to become a warden because I saw the fall of my city before it was going to happen.
Like, as in, just a bad dream?
Exactly how it was going to happen.
Right.
And it keeps
Well, I mean,
and it causes me to see things weirdly. I see things that feel like memories, both ones that haven't happened and ones that happened before. And I just want to know why it happens, so I can help people, especially if they are having bad memories.
Might I ask, what city is your hometown, if that is the case?
It was a place called Shalmir. It had a shield
Mir.
fall. I believe it has been about 3 years now. Maybe a little bit longer.
Would explain why some of my contacts did not reply to me for so long. Must have missed those news. Still,
It was not.
I understand.
As far as I can tell, nobody
Shoot.
understands how it happened. It was a beast surge that no one reported coming. But for
Well,
us,
understand, dear, that despite the worries, Reinhold, a strong city, hold itself solid against anything. Even if something like a shield fall should occur, we have people like you. We have people, the Wardens. We have people like all of us who are able to take up arms to defend our city. Believe me, even if you are a special force, and if you are trained professionals, you do not have to go through this alone.
you know that applies to you too, right? With whatever you are dealing with, it doesn't have to be world-ending like a shield fall for it to be important.
I know it's not world-ending like a shield fall. It hurts like a shield fall, but it's not. Situations will be... Do not worry. Be sure in the future I'll be able to smile again. Here's hoping.
There is always a way to fix things, even if it is not the most straightforward. It can be cracked, but it can still be made pretty again.
Cracks to be made pretty again. Do agree with that. I do think that some gems are the best shattered to dust. Let them have one more shining moment before they fade into the... You never know.
Either way. I know it is hard.
I appreciate your concern, Lunali.
But you will be able to feel better again. I don't need to see the future to see that.
Sure we'll find a way.
Have a good night.
You as
And
well, dear.
hopefully that is better and it makes your tummy feel better. Support magic. Support magic. Always the best.
Mm-hmm.
I think they feel a little.
How goes the support learning shit? Original teaching you guys well?
I think it's going pretty
Alright.
well. I've gotten the general hang of everything with casting restorative magics to where I feel comfortable trying to now encode it now that they've given us the tools to do it.
Alright.
Which
Well,
means
good
it
on
will
you.
make me
Yeah.
less. It'll make me less sleepy when I am casting it, because it won't take as much out of me. Which is good.
That's good.
Because I already sleep enough as it is.
Yeah, well. As long as you're getting your rest.
Well, I wish I was, but no matter how much or how little I sleep, it does not change it, and it is really hard to work with sometimes.
I understand that. God.
Yeah. But I think things are okay now. I think Victor helped him, and I gave him a pep talk. I don't know what's going on, but everybody needs a pep talk sometimes.
That's true. I'm glad to hear it. Mhm.
Good night, Gregory.
Take care of yourself, Lunali. Sleep well.
I will try. And probably fail, but I will try.
Thanks for that, Lunali. It's appreciated.
Did I help?
Yeah. Yeah, I think you did. Good work, kiddo.
What'd I do? Did I do something?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
Also, Bulby, it was for a reason, because he was talking about memories.
Let's go.
Find Mira first, though.
Okay.
The ones in that machine aren't expired. I checked the dates.
I'm a little stronger than that, but we appreciate it, Lunali.
It's okay. They
I
won't
don't know.
kill
Maybe
you.
you can mix Dr. Beppis with whiskey. That'd be quite the potent concoction.
Lunali, have you seen Mal around here?
Mal? No, last I saw he had a headache
Eight-year-old
and then
Dr.
he
Purpose and whiskey sounds like
had
a
to
nightmare.
rest it off, so I don't know if he has
I see.
gotten over
Thank you for
his
telling us.
headache.
Noted. Thank you.
If I see him, I'll let you
I believe I have missed my chance to speak with him for the evening.
Unless he is down at the harbor side, but...
I do not believe so.
If I see him, I'll let him know that you're looking for him.
Of course.
Okay.
It is not a priority.
Regardless.
Yeah, it's funny because Lunali's way of speaking makes everything sound matter-of-fact and, like, unimportant. But it's really something that she cares about deeply. Because to her, the concept of memories that, like, continually come up and bother you are, like, core to her family's, like, history. Because those are ones that are most significant in life, and they keep coming back because they're trying to tell you something. At least in the form of her with the dreams, those dreams are meant to be telling her something, and the reason why she has seen them is that there is a reason for her to see them. That is her family's beliefs, and it became very literal. The same can be applied to memories that haunt people over and over. And so she was trying very awkwardly to say that she relates. But because of how she talks, it's probably sounded very different.
We were a little different than myself and
How goes it?
It goes okay. I gave a pep talk, so I feel pretty good about myself.
That's good.
What now?
What kind of pep talk did you give?
Somebody was feeling down because they were having memories that were weighing down on them. And I know what those sort of things are like because whenever you have those memories, they're there because they're trying to tell you something important. But then they are also they're coming up to show you how to get through them and not let them become everything. So I tried to help cheer them up because they seemed like they needed
We can check the door
a way
and
to
see if
smile.
there's anyone there. Otherwise,
And I have an
Might be,
idea.
even.
But
I'll never
it's
get
silky.
used to soliloquy running like that. No.
I would wish to speak with Professor Soliloquy, but I do not believe I can catch up
we
with
kind
them.
of learned our lesson. Why do you think I have something like this?
No, perhaps not.
He's all okay.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello, Little Moon Blossom.
They gave us the encoding class today. I have everything I need to do my testing.
Exciting news, good.
Also, I talked to Valdris about the thing. And he basically said the same thing as you, except he was more direct about the, concerning quality. Like,
I was still kind of full.
after seeing them today, something is bothering them. A bad memory that was making them sad.
Oh.
And you know what? Everybody deserves a reason to be able to smile. And even if they are not exactly always the best person, that does not mean that they don't deserve to have something pretty in their life that makes them have reason to be happy.
Yeah.
And it would give me more ways to help support the family, so if it supports the family and makes somebody stay a little bit better, then I am being a support in more ways than just magic.
Very
So
good.
maybe it would give
I'm
them
proud.
the attention that they need so that other people hear about this stuff and they will help to support them.
Very good job.
I don't have any fun with
So I agreed to.
We can't be on school grounds.
I get offered materials with commission requests, and they might invest in getting me better tools so I can work with things easier. Which will probably help me with some of the more complicated designs I have for if this experiment works out. It may become the way to make wearable magical effects.
Ooh. That would be helpful.
If it works at all the way I am hoping about, they may be temporary, but they would be things that one could wear that could also protect them or help them in their time of need. Which is why I think it would be something that would help everybody. Even you.
Yeah, you got 20, so it'd be a good time.
Definitely, there have been times where I've been in a situation that's left me a little winded and tired.
There's only so much
that I could have used
on your core for runes, so you can't carry all those things.
I fell over?
Can't last forever like a core can. But if it can work without having to be necessarily attuned the same way, if it is basic, then it could be a way to carry something in case of an emergency or when you need just a little bit more. Something that is supportive, giving you just a little bit longer without having to worry about whether or not you have it on hand.
Oops. I was just trying to give her a hug. Didn't mean to interrupt you. Did not mean to interrupt you.
No, it's okay. I received a head pat for my services of pep talk. And that almost put me asleep. Cause I have been more tired lately. Some people are saying that
Any reason?
well, I think it's because I'm getting more attuned with my core, which you'd think would cause the opposite effect of giving me more energy. But it's made the stuff become more potent whenever it happens. I do not know what it feels like, but it's like those moments feel much longer to me than they actually end up being, but when I wake up, I'm no more rested than when I started. Like class today,
That's the confusing part.
class was like not super long, but it felt super long to me. Because I slept through all of it. But I still had my notes. I still understood everything. But it just felt really long. I hope that doesn't make them worry about letting me go out onto the field when we go to our deployment after the Festival of Spirits is over. Because
I don't think it will.
I want to go there because, well, other than it, being our first major deployment, I think it is really important to me that I go there. Because I've seen things that make me think that is the case.
Well, as I was saying, I don't think it will. staff is, at least most of them, are more than aware of what both here.
They're aware.
And I think they'll be just fine with you being out.
I think they don't understand it, but they seem to know enough that it's not making them rethink if I should be a warden or not, which is a relief.
Have you sent any letters home to your mother recently?
I don't need to send a letter, I can just go home.
Or you could just go home.
I'd go
Fair
visit
enough.
there during the week sometimes.
Because I know she worries about you.
I know. It is. I know it is worrying her that I am probably going through all this, because I try to tell her what I can when it's stuff I can talk about. But I think they are, as much as it worries them, it really does make their life a lot better that I am able to give them some support while covering for myself. And if I can bring home a little bit more, then maybe I can not just invest in myself, but I can invest in their practice too, so they can hopefully get a bit more established here, because it's been 3 years and they're still kind of struggling to find their place here, since it's a very different environment than home, especially because we don't have a farm anymore. So it's just them and the jeweler stuff.
Yeah. Though I know it puts her mind at ease a little bit knowing that I'm here.
Oh, definitely. She says it all the time. Honestly, I think she probably would have not even let me be a warden if you weren't here to at least make sure that I didn't go off the path and become evil. Because you know I have such capacity for evil.
Oh, my word. Oh, that would break my poor heart.
Well, unfortunately, I am not evil. I am Lunali. I am a good.
It's getting late, and I probably should turn in myself. The general beat the crap out of us today, so I'm a little sore and very tired.
Well, the general should take better care of himself too, because he was not okay earlier, but he was doing that thing, you know, the thing people do when they're like, not okay, but they're like, I'm fine, and you know they're lying, but they won't, and like, they know you know you're lying, but they won't admit it, even though like you're calling them out on it, because they're like doubled over coughing, and they had to go see Reginald, but yeah, he's being stupid. And if were it not for the fact that he is my superior in multiple ways, I would have yelled at him. Also, it would require me to be able to yell at people, and I don't think I am intimidating.
Maybe that's something we can work on. We can teach you how to give someone a hard stare. It doesn't require you to be verbal, and it visually represents that you're upset with someone. And you guilt trip them into admitting. just by giving them a hard stare. I'll teach you.
Will I be able to learn such secrets?
I mean, you're very facially emotive, which will help.
Troubles of the mind, troubles of being a woman.
Okay. I'll think about it. I should probably go to my dorm room and write up my requisition request. I need to get some light quartz to work on for this week.
Have a good night, little moon blossom. See you in the morning.
Okay.
I'm
struggling to-
finding proper runes.
If you can convey what you want the ultimate effect to be, yes.
I'm struggling to.
And in here, she'll put down her staff, she'll sit down at the desk and start drafting up her requisition request and a little explanation of what her experiment is meant to entail, as well as starting to make a copy of the specific page of her dream journal that contains the most recent dream that she had while her core was synced with her.